How sweet to be an idiot.
I don't know. Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and today's show is sponsored by Acer. Take your gaming with you. The ultra-thin Predator Helios 300 offers a 7th generation Intel Core i7 processor. And what is that?
The NVIDIA.
Okay.
The NVIDIA
It looked like
GeForce
it looked like it said NVIDIA, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I was like,
listen.
that N silent?
Bro, the way you hit processor so beautifully, I think I could let you slide on NVIDIA.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was about to fuck up processor. It was
Yeah,
just
but
one of
you
those
hit
things
it.
I let go and let God. And
Yo,
it
I think your lisp is gone, bro.
Nah.
Say processor again.
Processor.
Yo,
think the list gone?
you've been cured. He is risen.
Maybe it was my
Yo.
therapist. I don't know. I didn't know my list was gone.
Damn, bro, it was just a dark skin thing. Yo,
I
that's
have no,
wild, bro.
I have no idea.
Anyway, go to acer.com, click on store. What if I got a list? What if you transferred it? Click on store and enter coupon code BRILLIANT at checkout to receive 10% off plus free ground shipping on Predator Helios 300 laptop, including already discounted models. Offer valid through April 30th, 2018 and limited to one per qualified offer. Ding, ding.
Give me that Intel chime, Dwayne.
Ding, ding.
There you go.
Is that how it goes? That was sick.
Hey, today's show is also sponsored by Talkspace. First of all, I just want to salute Acer and I want to salute Talkspace. I want to salute all the people that advertise with the Brilliant Idiots because
Amen.
unlike some podcasts, we have ads.
Facts.
All right. Now, today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that enables you to improve your mental health from anywhere at any time. Get matched with a licensed therapist from over 2,000 choices and message them whenever you need to. No commutes and no judgments. For a special offer for our listeners, visit Talkspace.com/idiots and use the code idiots to get $45 off your first month and show your support for the show. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today. Now let's start the show.
You think Braun is on HGH?
Braun has to be on HGH. Let me tell you something.
Go.
We was just having this conversation because we was talking about Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
you know what
in his
I'm
head.
saying? And we were just talking about how these young kids in sports, they get hurt so fucking crazy. And I was talking about Kevin Ware, whose bone came out of his leg a couple years ago. I don't even know where he's at now.
Paul
He's
George?
back. Paul George. Like, it's always these freak injuries that happen to these motherfuckers.
That you're saying didn't happen in the 80s or 70s or that kind of stuff like that.
I think it's because of a lack of calcium.
Right. They
Now,
weren't having enough milk as a kid.
Milk is fucked up. I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
If you want my butt to be emptied a million different ways in a day, let me drink a glass of motherfucking milk. I can't fuck with dairy, period. Milk, ice cream, none of that shit. I get dairy bumps. I get the dairy pimples. I fucking have diarrhea crazy. Only thing I can do is almond milk. So, but I think it is something in milk. Calcium that did make your fucking bones
So
strong.
these millennials ain't getting enough calcium.
They're not getting enough calcium. They don't drink milk.
Right.
When do they drink milk?
But you drank milk as a kid even though your face was all bumped up and shit?
Well, I didn't know that's what was causing it.
Oh, you
know?
just thought you were going through puberty.
I learned this in the past few years, my brother.
Really?
Going to Dr. Sandy, salute to Dr. Sandy, my dermatologist.
So you would have a cup of milk, take a massive shit, and you wouldn't put those two things together.
No, I knew that. But I'm talking about like the bumps and shit.
Oh, the
I would
physical
get big
stuff,
ass bumps with you could see the pus in it. You're like, what the fuck is that? Dr. Sandy could look at me and be like, you had ice cream? Would you drink some milk? I'm like, fuck. So I think that these kids have a lack of calcium.
Yeah.
And LeBron James has to be on the same shit Canelo Alvarez is on.
So the clenbuterol.
Something. First of all, he's never been hurt. And he's big as fuck.
So that's the thing about LeBron, right? I mean, and some people, there's always been rumors that he's been on HGH since high school.
He does look old.
I don't know if it's either he looks old, but like there's the jaw.
Something
He's
about
got the massive jaw.
He looks very. He got all his man features early.
Early.
What
And
if
it makes your
LeBron got
head
all
grow.
of that physically stuff for his dick? What if he still got the little boy dick but had that man body?
Does it make your balls shrink?
Senior body freshman cock.
Senior.
Can you imagine?
That's what Shaq got apparently.
I heard that. I
Yeah,
read
apparently
that in
Shaq
Superhead
got a
book.
regular dick.
But
which
I mean,
is fine if you're regular, but not if you're 7'2",
Not if you're
300
Shaq.
pounds.
But I mean, come on, God can't give you everything.
No,
All
he
jokes
can't.
aside, if you were Shaq and you were 7'3", 300 pounds, you were agile as he was,
Yeah.
and motherfucking you had a regular sized dick, cool. Who cares?
Yeah, but it also explains why he's like funny and shit. Like why he's funny and always needs attention. Like if you're 7 foot and you got a big old 7 foot dick, like I feel like you're chilling.
First of all, God did way too much. If He gave you
What, for Shaq?
First of all, what would be the good sized dick? First of all, dick talk.
Dick segment.
What would be a good sized dick for somebody Shaq's size?
1.5 feet. That's a 1.5 feet. But you have to think about width too. I think he'd just have a dark sweet potato, Like one of those plantains that's like really, really, really maduro is the word. What do you say it in? How do you say it in English? Ripe.
Yeah. The only thing that would look right on his body is Nate Robinson. He had to have a Nate Robinson size dick. I'm serious. You have to be Shaquille O'Neal at 7'4", 300 pounds. Would have to have a Nate Robinson size
his dick
dick.
unzips his jeans itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Just crawls out.
Exactly. Win slam dunk contest on his own. Shaq judging his own dick. You know what I mean?
Dick's looking at him like, yo, should we fuck this girl?
Exactly. But I definitely think LeBron got to be on some type of HGH.
Yeah, just because he doesn't get broken.
And is that illegal in basketball?
Yeah, it is. But you know what's interesting is it wasn't originally.
Why would it be though?
And then, so the argument with HGH is that it just speeds cell reproduction, which speeds recovery. I think you should be able to use HGH to come back from injury, right? So you see a lot of these dudes, they come back from injuries. Like Dwayne Wade came back from injuries and he was killing. Everybody's like, yo, is he having a career resurgence? What's going on? It's like, nah, my man was working on HGH, so his muscles are producing tons of testosterone. His muscles recover in a day instead of 2 days.
Yeah.
You hit the gym, you sore for what, a day or two?
No.
Let's be honest. If you go hard, you're not sore. You're not going hard enough. Your muscles are.
You're right.
The whole thing with going to the gym is you break the muscle down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what HGH does is builds that shit back up so quickly that you can hit the gym again the next day, and that's what's happened with LeBron, right? It's like he'll go hard, score 40, then the next game he's playing at an elite level.
LeBron has been in the league 15 motherfucking years.
Come on, bro.
And is probably having one of his best seasons right now.
Bro, it's unbelievable.
It doesn't make any sense. I first of all, I don't see the problem with HGH, and I've always said that in any sport.
Yeah.
Performance enhancing drugs, steroids, all that shit. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Go.
Because it don't make trash players elite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not lifting.
It's exactly.
If anything, we should say that there's no HGH or steroids in weightlifting because that's all you got to do. You just got to lift the thing up in the air. But sports require skill.
You still got to have skill. Steph Curry is still going to have a hell of a jump shot.
And why not let Steph Curry come back from the ankle injury with some HGH?
Yes, and that would not only does it make the league better,
it
prolongs people's careers. Isn't that what you want? Wouldn't the
As
NBA
a
would have
fan?
been the NBA would have been great with 15 good Michael Jordan years. You know what I'm saying?
How many we get of Jordan?
It was 13 with
the
the Bulls, and then he retired and came back and did 2 with the Wizards.
Yeah, we don't even count
We didn't
that.
need them shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
nothing.
fuck out of here. That's fucking foreskin. I'm saying,
Cut that shit off. Just cut that Wizard shit off.
Nobody counts that shit. That's how good Michael Jordan was. Nobody counts that shit.
Yeah, he retired.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Hit that game winner and then he was done.
And nobody cares about the seasons with the Wizards. And he did it as the owner of the Wizards. So it was strictly business, and we all understood that.
Yeah.
Michael wasn't doing that shit for the love. He's not like you niggas that have podcasts with no ads, doing it for the love. All right? He's not y'all, okay? He was doing that shit for strictly business reasons.
Flagrant 2 and Western Bros have no ads, but it's okay. It's okay. We're working on it.
Y'all do it
We're
for the
working
love
on-
of sports.
We do it for the love.
And you have a franchise podcast.
That's true.
Which is the Brilliant Idiots that has
Absolutely.
ads.
Nah,
so
we cooking. We
that's
cooking.
when
Yeah,
put it like
yeah,
this: when you make money off one, then you can do other things for the love.
Yo, you right, man. That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You gotta make some money off your podcast if you're gonna say anything.
Listen,
Otherwise, you're not a professional.
I'm not knocking nobody who has a podcast and they're doing it for the love.
You
God
should.
bless
That's what
you.
we did. We didn't have ads
We
initially.
didn't have ads in the beginning, but it comes a point in time if you've been doing a podcast for a long time, like a few years, and you're getting these massive numbers every week and you're not getting no ads, somebody hustling wrong, bro.
I know.
Same fight, same night, but one of us ain't living right. You watching it at home, we second row with the fur on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a little common sense. You don't think so?
I agree with you. I mean, there's a difference between the NCAA and the pros.
That's all I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean? At least
man.
play ball in China.
That's all I'm saying.
You're out here playing for Kentucky.
That's all. What's the point?
But you know what? You're on your 5th year at Kentucky. You're supposed to be one and done. Go right to the league.
It makes no sense. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just trying to tell y'all when it comes to business. And by the way,
Something going on.
A lot of those podcasts that have no ads but have a lot of views, they do come to Loudspeaker.
Yeah.
And they do talk to us, and they do try to get us to help them. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, how nice are we?
Hey, man.
We just take in all these.
Thank God for making us a blessing so we can be a blessing. Thank God for blessing us so we can be a blessing to other people.
Because that is our purpose, right? To help others.
That's all I'm saying.
You
Now,
know what I mean?
what do we have on today's roster? Because I want to shout out Cardi B because her album comes out Friday.
Okay.
And she's performing on SNL this Saturday along with my South Carolina brethren, Chadwick Boseman. And I just had an interesting conversation. I was in there talking to my boss, Coach Thea Mitchum, and we was having a conversation about just just this era of artists.
Okay.
And now that I'm thinking about it, because I just had this conversation, so it's fresh to me. I'm thinking about this era of personality and everything. And I always would call myself a multimedia personality.
Okay.
And I think nowadays with artists, you have to be a multi-platform artist. And that's something that Thea just said. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, what do you consider platforms? Like when you say multi-platform. So of course it's streaming. It's radio, it's visuals, and it's social media.
Without a doubt. Yep.
It's only a rare few that can connect all four of those, and that's when you get the superstars. Drake has found a way to connect all four. I think this last rollout that we saw, you watch Drake, he's always breaking streaming records. He's always got a radio hit. The God's Plans visual was through the motherfucking roof.
Playing video games.
That
was a great move.
And he's crazy on social media.
Great move.
And I thought about it. I was like, yo, that's what you really got to be. You got to be a multi-platform artist nowadays. And I think Cardi is a great example of somebody who has become a multi-platform artist because she started out on one platform, which was social media.
Instagram.
And then, she went to the reality TV space, which could be considered another platform because that kind of falls in the visual category, having those TV looks.
Absolutely.
Now she's got radio hits. She's got social media presence. She's got the visuals. And she got streaming numbers. So that's why she's a superstar.
Yeah.
So you got guys, no knock to the Extensions because they doing their things.
Yeah.
But they got one platform right now, maybe two.
Right.
Social media, streaming. But you got to have all four to be these mega superstars. And I think the reason you see Cardi being a mega superstar she is now and doing things like performing on SNL and being the co-host of Fallon is because she's found a way to connect all the dots on multi-platforms. So that's just a jewel I wanted to share.
What do you think that it allows someone to connect all the dots?
I think you have to want to. I've been on record the past couple of years saying that a lot of these new artists don't need radio. But that's not necessarily true. I did really think that for a moment. You don't need it, but it all depends on where you want to be in the ecosystem.
It goes back to our conversation we had on a group chat earlier this week about
Duval.
Not only Duval, about Breakfast Club, which is I posed the question. I was like, can a artist be like a mainstream kind of superstar without going on the Breakfast Club? Yes, they probably can.
Absolutely.
But I see the Breakfast Club as that gate. And a lot of these artists open up the gate and then they walk through. And I think that was a lot of times the difference between like a XXX Tentacion and like a Tekashi, who are both in that like streaming Instagram kind of I'm going to do wild shit. And then all of a sudden Tekashi's on Breakfast Club and now he was at the fucking when I was at the church.
He was at the church.
When I went to Hillsong.
Oh, he was at Hillsong. Yeah,
and they used the clip from the Breakfast Club. And during Hillsong, we're talking about the main preacher of Hillsong, a video's playing. So this is playing at all the Hillsongs for Easter.
Yeah, Brian Houston. Yeah,
Brian Houston.
Yeah.
This is playing all the Hillsongs, not just the one in New York. All of them.
Yeah.
He has this really dark, kind of weird voice. And he's like, I was in New York and I had the opportunity to do. I had the opportunity to go on different radio platforms and I went on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, and I had the ability to pray for a young man, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and this was a moment that So here's a guy in a mega church around the world, and he's taking this moment where he's praying for Tekashi, which was, I thought, kind of a silly, kind of fun moment, but he took it, I guess, seriously for this. But here's the gate. You're walking through that gate. X never walked through the gate. And I think while X might have a #1 album, he's not like a part of the discussion. And I think that's what a big platform will do. That's what I think Breakfast Club will do.
X got a chance. And the reason X got a chance is because he's got the streaming shit on lock.
I think X is a superstar.
He's got the chance. And now he's got a radio record. That sad record is playing on radio. So, yeah, it's just a matter of him making the rounds. Like some of that traditional shit that we kind of like denounce and act like motherfuckers don't need. Nah, those looks still matter, bro. Like
Deontay Wilder, is and we are boxing fans. You and I. I say this as someone who's like upset about it. He's unfortunately very, like, I don't want to say no name, but almost unknown.
Underpromoted.
Way underpromoted.
Undermarketed.
Undermarketed, but almost unknown amongst casual boxing fans. goes on Breakfast Club, has one wild take. I want to catch a body in the ring.
Yeah.
Which is a wild thing to say. But all of a sudden, peripheral fighters are getting looks like Jarrell Williams talking about potentially fighting him, the Anthony Joshua thing. It's a news story you're seeing on regular outlets. The power of a platform is still there.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to me, too, with that, because, like, I was watching ESPN and
More
stuff.
buzz from that interview than any of his fights.
Yeah, which is weird, because even when you watch ESPN, you don't see the fights on.
They put in the interview.
Like I'm saying, but even with like Wilder Ortiz, I didn't see Wilder Ortiz on ESPN the next day. I didn't see him talking about it on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. Like it's weird. But and I will say too, America's getting really pussy, bro.
Why?
Like goddamn, a heavyweight champion of the world can't talk about catching a fucking body? What kind of world do we live in where we really get upset because the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing, a black man from Alabama, says he wants to catch a body and he's getting investigated by the WBC? I grew up on Mike Tyson pussies. All right, Mike Tyson out here saying he wanted to eat your motherfucking kids.
Fuck you until you like it.
Mike Tyson calling men maggots and saying, I want to fuck you. I'm going to fuck you till you like it. All right, which means that you didn't like it in the beginning,
but you
which
started.
is rape. But you're gonna keep getting raped until you motherfucking love this dick.
No, maybe.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mike Tyson told a motherfucker. Imagine this in 2018, Schultz. A man saying, "I want to eat your kids. All praises due to Allah." What would scare you more? Which one?
Run, infidels, run!
What would scare you more, the cannibalism or the praise to Allah?
Are we on a plane? Are we in a crowded area? Are you driving a van?
But that's what we grew up on.
No, you're right.
We wanted that.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, Deontay said he want to catch a body, and motherfuckers is like, I'm like, that shit didn't even move me when he said that shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like, okay.
Yo, what? Here's the thing I was wondering. What if every boxer needs that? What if that's the motivation that you need to get in the ring? Because at a certain point, it's survival, yo.
Schultz, you have to have that.
Yeah, so what if that's what's going through every boxer's mind? He just exposed it to us.
You have to have
Like
that.
every downhill skier. What if on some point in time for every downhill skier, they're like, I'm going to risk my life today. I might die. I accept it. I go.
Kill or be killed.
Son.
I feel like you should have that mentality in anything you do. When you hit that motherfucking stage to do comedy,
Let's go.
Are you going up there like, well, that guy before me was really good. I don't
Shark
want
or
to step
fish?
on his toe.
Nah,
The guy
we out.
after me, like, nigga, you gotta go out
You're
there
not
and
even
kill.
gonna remember his name.
Exactly.
Who was the guy who opened for you? Exactly. That should be the
Kill or
response.
be fucking killed. Why is America so pussy?
So Tiger Woods was on ESPN and they interviewed him. They were like, "What does it make you so great?" And he didn't say, "I want to win." He said, "I want to beat you."
Ooh.
There's a difference between I want to win and I want to beat you.
Ooh.
That is a fucking competitor. I want to beat you. You do insane preparation. I want to win is, hey, maybe I'll win, maybe I won't win.
Michael Jordan was punching people's face in practice.
Yo, son, who even practices? Iverson was like, why are we practicing?
Why we practicing? Michael was
Jordan-
punching you in the face in practice
That's
for
why he
fucking
got
up.
6 rings and Iverson got none.
Listen, I don't want to make this flagrant too, but this is another discussion we was having.
Let's
this morning.
talk about it,
No,
man. We're all
Clyde-
going to have different combos.
Let me read Clyde Drexler's quote.
What'd he
Clyde
say?
Drexler said this shit because somebody tagged me in it because they always making this LeBron-Michael comparison. Clyde Drexler said, I played against Michael and he was phenomenal. LeBron made it to the finals with a couple of guys we can't even remember. Michael had Hall of Famers playing with him. That's Clyde Drexler. I hate how he framed that. The reason I hate how he framed that is because Michael Jordan didn't have Hall of Famers. And I had to look it up. Like I'm like,
So you don't think, I mean, Pippen's Hall of Fame, right?
Pippen.
Rodman.
He made Pippen.
Rodman was the next wave. So it was just him and Pippen the first three. And the Hall of Fame coach, Phil Jackson. And then,
But let's go players. That's right. So
And that's it.
So the first one was him, Pippen,
that's it.
and then who would they have? They had
Nobody else went to the Hall of Fame.
wow. So B.J. Armstrong and obviously
Nope.
these guys aren't Hall of Famers,
Nope.
but I'm trying to find the rest of the team. Paxson.
John Paxson, you
Who
had
coached-
Steve Kerr
who
at one
coaches the
point,
next-
who coached
They had
later.
Luke Longley. They had
Luke
Cartwright
Longley,
the
Bill
first
Cartwright,
time.
Nobody.
Stacey
Bushler.
King,
Bushler.
what was the big tall white dude
Will
name?
Packer.
No, not Will
No.
Packer.
He said Luke Longley.
Luke Longley. No, it was
Yeah.
the white dude.
Will Purdue.
Will Purdue.
Will Purdue. Like we act like
So
Michael
he made
had
it to
some
the finals
loaded
with trash.
fucking teams.
He made it to the finals with trash. Okay.
The question is, would Pippen have been Pippen if
No.
he had stayed on Seattle and not
No,
gotten traded
Pippen came out of Central fucking Arkansas.
Yeah, right.
There's nobody that would have projected he'd have been a top 50 player of all time. Like there's nobody that
I
would.
agree
So
with
you
it.
don't think Pippen is Hall of Fame without MJ?
No.
I don't see how.
No.
But they made it without him. They made it to the Eastern Conference
No,
Finals.
because
55 games.
I believe that MJ molded Pippen into what he became.
And the team had such a system.
Yeah.
Do you remember when? And do you remember when Michael Jordan? First of all, Michael never was in any video games.
Yo, how hot was that, yo? He just got into 2K like 2 years ago.
He was never in no video games, and the Bulls were still good with whoever the fuck was at the 2 guard.
Yeah, it was just 2-3. Some ball 2-3.
That triangle offense, man, it was just a system. It was a good system that allowed them to win 55 games.
Yeah.
But we act like Michael Jordan was surrounded with Hall of Famers. He wasn't. He played with
Second-
2 Hall of Famers his whole career.
Second team, he had some Hall of Famers, but I
One.
think your argument for the first
Well, 2, Pippen and Rodman.
and Kukoc.
Who goes in the Hall of Fame?
No, but he's
He
fringe.
was an elite player. at
He
one
changed
point.
the game.
I thought he came off the bench for the Bulls.
No. He started,
did,
but
but-
he was also somebody who changed the game. Like all these stretch threes, these Kevin Durant's, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That's because Kukoc, it
I don't remember
came after
Kukoc doing no fly shit in the playoffs, man. I'm be honest.
No,
with you.
Kukoc was good.
I remember when he came and it was a big deal, but I don't remember him doing no fly shit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like, tell me what's the Steve Kerr had a play that I remember. Paxton had a play that I remember.
What white guy open shoot?
That's it, baby.
The white guy open
Before you
shoot.
get punched in the face.
No.
every
That's it.
time Curry get the ball, Michael just balls up
That's
his
it.
fist.
Like Arthur. Like Arthur.
Okay, I better hit this. Like Arthur.
Arthur, you better hit this motherfucker.
After Jordan left, the whole controversy with Pippen refusing to check into the game is because they drew up the play for Kukoc and he hit it. He won
That's
the
right.
game.
That's right. That's right.
He won
yeah.
the game.
I don't remember that.
He played in the playoffs.
I remember, but I don't remember. I mean, only thing I remember is Pippen missing that shot against who? The Knicks in game
Yo,
6.
not enough of a deal was made by the fact that Jordan never was in a video game.
Yeah.
The number one player in your sport. Careful now. The number one player in your sport isn't in the video game.
That's a guy who always knew his brand.
And what was the holdout about?
I don't remember. I never looked it up. I just
He
thought
had
he was
his
that.
own game. Him and Larry Bird. Remember, it was Jordan versus
No,
Bird.
that was
one-on-one shit?
Bird versus Magic. That was Magic versus Bird.
Wait a minute, there wasn't a Jordan versus Bird one? There was a Jordan
was?
versus Bird.
It
Yeah,
must
once
have been the
once
sequel.
Magic got that HIV, they're like, get him the fuck out of here. I ain't playing you one-on-one, fam. You been
Not even
playing
in the video game?
Nah, son. Is he bleeding? I'm out. Reset it. Blow the cartridge.
So as soon as you turn the game on, his lifeline is already at the end. It's like he got to power up as soon as the game starts. Like,
Why he's so tired? Why he can't jump no more?
Yo, that was the wildest shit in the 90s, bro, because nobody really knew what was up with HIV.
Yo, these
and
youngins,
Karl Malone just kept it
explain that to
real.
the youngins. Explain it to youngins, because everybody now that's listening is 22.
Yeah.
They understand what HIV is. When we were young,
We didn't know what the fuck that shit
son,
was.
it's like,
It sounded like Magic was at his eulogy when he said, I have HIV.
bro.
And we thought it was only a matter of days.
it.
Because prior to that,
And
who,
we were
di-
like, why they sitting so close?
who died first, Eazy-E or Magic?
Easy.
Magic never died.
Magic
I mean,
alive.
damn, my bad. Shit, you're right. You know who died first.
You didn't see the NWA movie, dog? There's an ending to that shit.
I meant to say who got HIV first.
I think it was Magic.
Magic got it first?
Yeah, because I was playing ball in college, and our coach
Oh,
actually.
Chris ain't never played no ball.
I
We've been
did.
doing this podcast all these days. They ain't never heard Chris say he played no
It's
fucking ball.
D3.
Yo, he did. He played D3 at a girls' school.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah. Oh,
much to
okay.
talk about. But we had a special meeting. The coach called the team in, sat everybody down, and was like, "I want to talk to you. This is a very traumatic situation." And we're just like, "All right, well, But he did that because everyone thought Magic was going to die the next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was really the perception at the time.
And
Bro.
Magic had to outlive that shit.
So
Magic,
I
that's
remember-
why. That's why Magic got to be considered in one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He went 1-on-1 with HIV and won.
And
bro.
one, bro.
Yes.
I remember at the press conference when he was, talking about it into the mic or whatever like that, and then he left, and then the next guy was like wrapping up the press conference.
For
I
real?
was like, fam, you just gonna talk right into that?
For real?
I was like, because
yo.
it had the foam shit on top of it. I was like, that's gonna capture all the HIV.
Listen, I know this sounds ignorant now, but we're talking about when we were kids.
Nobody knew what it
we
was.
had no idea what that shit was. When Karl Malone was saying shit like,
Yo.
I'm not playing against him. He's sweating and shit.
'cause
What if he get cut on the court? I felt him. I was like, oh, shit, he right.
Hey, you know how Carl plays?
What?
You catching bows.
Come on, man.
That's
Carl fuck around and bust you open and cut you. Now joke's on Carl. You know what I mean? Got you bleeding all over the court, but it's he looking crazy. Like,
Yo,
listen,
people didn't start wearing elbow pads until Magic got HIV.
that's why one of the greatest all-star.
Yo, I'm saying, son, I don't think them shits existed, dog.
That's why one of the greatest all-star performances was when Magic came back that year.
Yes, yeah.
That shit was magical. that's the difference between a lot of these players now and the shit I grew up on.
Yeah.
When it was their moment, it was their motherfucking moment.
Yeah, they went
You
for
know
it.
what I'm saying?
They went for
like
it.
Magic, All-Star game got voted in, decided to play, and wins the fucking MVP? Game-winning shots and shit?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That don't even happen nowadays. It don't.
You're saying like people don't rise to the occasion.
No.
That way. Yeah.
When's the last time somebody really rose to the occasion?
That girl who got the last 2 shots in the NCAA tournament.
Who she play for? Notre Dame? No, not Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
You're
Yeah.
right.
She's a beast.
Yeah,
Did
she
they
did
win the
both.
national championship?
Yeah. She hit the game winner in the semifinal and then the game winner in the finals. Unbelievable.
I stopped caring about women's college basketball after South Carolina got knocked out. Salute to Asia Wilson,
Wait, didn't y'all win last
Dawn
year?
Staley. They won last year. They made it to the Final Four this year, or maybe Elite Eight. I think Elite Eight. I think it made it to the Elite Eight this year.
Anyway, that shit was type impressive.
The moral of the story is, I just
We didn't know what HIV was.
that's all. You
You know what I mean? It
that's
was scary.
That's it.
And when you don't know what some shit, it's just like Ebola. Like we don't know how to act when Ebola first came out. Motherfucker was, my neighbor died of HIV. When
I didn't
AIDS.
get hype over Ebola, bro. I told y'all when that shit happened, I was like, this shit ain't. I'm like, yo, this shit is like white rappers.
Keep it real.
Like everybody gets all up in arms when it's a couple white rappers popping. Oh, the coach is about to go away.
right.
Hip hop is a rap. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers making J. Cole making Firing Squad. They didn't start. Like fuck out of here. Like they're not gonna be around this year.
Okay, but let's say you on 25th and Broadway buying an umbrella from an African.
Yeah.
He sneezes. Is there a little part of you that's like, I don't need that umbrella? For
No, instead of Gesundheit, I'm gonna say Macklemore.
You can say Macklemore.
That's all I'm gonna do. Instead of Gesundheit, I'm gonna be like Macklemore. Like, that's it. Just an African sneezing.
Hey, you need a G-Eazy with that fucking sneezing, bro. I can't have you sneezing all over the place right now.
G-Eazy dope though.
Jesus does.
I ain't gonna front. G-Eazy is a
good.
dope ass artist, bro. I'm not
G-Eazy
even gonna
good.
lie to you. I fuck with G-Eazy's music.
Jeezy's so good I had to get a haircut.
Why? Because everybody kept comparing you to
I'm
G-Eazy?
tired of that shit, bro.
G-Eazy. Is G-Eazy a multi-platform artist? That's my new shit. That's my new thing now. I'm seeing who all the multi-platform artists
that's
are.
the thing I wanted to say about the multi-platform artist. No, I don't think he is, and I think that's to his benefit. You know what I mean? Because we don't know about him, the personality, just yet.
He had a hit radio record this year with No Limit.
Oh, he's had tons of hit records. That's not a question. But I'm talking about like Cardi is a personality, and the people
Yeah.
that can do multi-platforms are people that are truly engaging personalities.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? What's this motherfucker's name? Oh my God! You went to go to help some boys in a forest with him.
Help some boys in the
Steve
farm.
Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
So Steve Harvey, that sounded wild, right?
I
That
was like,
sounded
what? I
wild.
don't know what you're talking about.
But Steve Harvey has enough personality to carry a talk show, enough personality to do a radio show,
Oh.
enough personality to host a TV show. Like
Multi-platform like a motherfucker.
now, I don't know if he's on Instagram, but
He is.
okay, so he is.
He on the gram?
So you can Will Smith is another one. Will Smith was like, oh, is he just movies and lines? No,
Yeah.
Will Smith is motherfucking Will Smith. Put him in a vlog. He's going to be entertaining.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not everybody could do this talking shit.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
everybody could do the Instagram shit.
Yeah.
So I think what the multi-platform thing in a weird way is doing is exposing people that aren't really that entertaining.
Well, we also learned that when I was doing Uncommon Sense. Because you got all these motherfuckers who was popping on these one platforms like Twitter and Instagram.
And you try to bring them in front of the
You
camera.
bring some of these internet people in front of the camera, they can't have a conversation.
Nah.
It's good to have them fly thumbs. Them fly thumbs can formulate 140 characters even more sometime. Or you can get on there and go for 30 seconds and everybody laugh at you.
What's
You know
that?
what I'm saying?
What's that?
That's the shit they be doing on the ground. The motherfuckers think it's so funny.
Google.
Motherfuckers just be making noises. You don't ever notice that?
Yo, you gotta show me this shit. Yo, son, you know how hard
By the way, I found myself laughing at this shit, and this I'm talking about somebody who I find super entertaining, and I think this young lady is gonna be a superstar. Jess Hilarious, right?
Yeah.
But this we gotta put. This is Jess on Instagram this morning, and what she was doing was actually really funny.
Yeah.
But this is what motherfuckers be doing that people find entertaining. Jess's caption was, "This how you sound when the driver turns the music down." Now watch this.
I fuck with this song though.
This shit got 614,000 views.
So this is just carpool karaoke.
It's noise. That's what people do. By the way, this is a true story. Tell me if I'm lying.
All right.
If you get on the gram and you sound retarded,
Yeah.
you'll win. If you get on the gram and you are retarded, you really win. It was a wave of retarded motherfuckers
Oh, absolutely.
that was popping.
Son, that's hot. Even
You
in
did-
comedy, you have to be autistic.
You listen, A-Town, what was Welvin?
Zach Galifianakis.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
That's
Oh,
the white
Fern?
guy. No, yeah, between the two ferns.
If you sound retarded,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, people like that shit on social media.
yeah.
Jess is purposely, first of all, Jess is super talented.
Yeah, yeah.
She's purposely sounding retarded in that video, and that shit got 614,000 views as of right now.
Yeah, we like to laugh at shit that makes us feel smarter. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we watch those addiction shows. What's that shit called? Intervention. You just watch Intervention because you're like, oh, God, my life isn't that bad.
Yeah, you're right about that. I was in the shower talking to myself,
Yeah.
and I was talking about how, and I've talked about this before, but how we always complain about things we don't like. Like, that's really the era we're in right now. The more you don't like something, the more you talk about it. Oh, I hate them fucking Kardashians. But you're fucking watching that shit every week. Oh, I hate Donald Trump. But you're listening to everything this motherfucker says. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I hate carbs. But you can't stay out of fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
I hate
everything.
mumble rap, but
I
when
hate
that shit
mumble
comes
rap.
on,
But
you dancing.
You love amigos or whatever.
yeah.
Like, everything that we claim we don't like, we tune into so fucking much. Social media. We all complain about social media as we're on that shit. Like, it's the weirdest shit in the world. Why are our brains wired like that? My therapist said that it's a natural part of your brain. I can't remember if it's left brain, right brain. But and it's so funny. As she was telling me, as soon as she mentioned social media, I started thinking about social media. So I blacked out from what the fuck she was saying. So I was listening, but I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening.
Yeah. So I gotta go home and read the paper. But it's a part of your brain that is just, it gravitates toward the bullshit.
It's what keeps us alive.
Do you think? And I thought about that too. Do you think
we're afraid of.
Do you think problems keep America going?
No, I think problems keep people going. Our brains are hardwired to see problems, to see things we're afraid of. We're drawn to fights, right? We're drawn to fear. Anything that we fear, we're drawn to because back in the day, a fear used to be a lion. And if I don't notice that lion in the forest, I'm eaten.
Yeah.
So a lion, we notice. A fight on the street, we notice. Some crazy kid with tattoos, we fucking notice. We notice shit that's out there. Right? And we're drawn to the negativity. A lot of times it's negativity. The comics we always talk about this on stage. We could be killing. There's one person in the crowd that's just kind of looking at stone face. That's the one that we focus on.
Yo, that makes so much goddamn sense. Because if I feel too comfortable, I gotta fucking grab my knife or grab my gun. I'm serious. If I feel too comfortable,
It's too quiet.
Something ain't
what
right.
They always
What's
say,
up?
it's too quiet.
it's like when you got kids and you hear them being mad quiet. What y'all doing in there? You know what
Why
I mean?
y'all behave?
Why you behaving? You know what I'm saying? And then you go in the living room and they just sitting there watching TV. What y'all doing in there? Just watching TV?
Yeah, okay.
Why y'all? Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is that a thing? Like, we were talking this morning on the group chat.
We're not supposed to be comfy, bro. We're not. Comfort killed you back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, think about the animals that relax. You ever look at a deer? That shit look like a constant anxiety. Like an old Jewish man, a deer. Looking around constantly. What's going on?
Deer should never keep still.
They don't.
Deer shouldn't even feel comfortable being around people.
That's how they get eaten. That's how they get shot.
You don't see that in the country, though, by the way, which
What?
lets me know deers are smart. It's very rare you'll see, like, where I'm from, deers would run across the road and shit like that. But like in Jersey, you'll just see deers in your yard and all of that shit like that.
But
And
even they're alert, right? Like you take a step and they hit you with this shit. They're like,
to a certain extent. In the country, they just don't pop out like that because you get used to getting them goddamn shots.
yeah, they know their place.
In the Jersey, you like, these motherfuckers ain't never got shot at. You know what I'm saying? It's
they
like
just
when-
shoot at humans.
Exactly. Or when you see somebody, somebody who ain't never been punched in the face. Like, that's how I look at these deers when they just walk in your motherfucking yard.
I think
I'm
you're
like,
describing women.
what?
That's how women are.
What do you mean?
They just yell at you in your face. They talk hella shit. You won't do shit, because they haven't got knocked out. Once you get knocked out, it's a different conversation you have with someone.
Andrew wants to talk about Fabulous, clearly. No. Do you want to talk about Fabulous? What are you saying? I don't get what he's saying.
I didn't see the video. All I'm saying, I've noticed how boisterous women are, especially when they're talking to men, and I assume that comes from the fact that they haven't been punched.
All right.
No, I get what he's saying.
Chris, you can't let the ball
I
roll,
get,
man.
I get what you're saying.
Chris got me in trouble a couple weeks ago when I was doing my thing about how feminism is for men. But he like made it serious. He's like, well, that's not exactly what it is. It was supposed to be like a jovial joke. Like we should all be on board with feminism because it's just gonna get us to have more free sex and more abortions if we don't want the kids and not pay for dinner. Like it's fun.
Yeah.
But Chris had to get it all fucking social justice warrior on me.
Listen, I get what you're saying. By the way, I just found out what SJW mean, by the way.
What is that?
Social justice warrior. I didn't know that. I had no idea what the fuck that shit meant all of these years. I really had no idea what SJW meant.
That's what your 30s are. Right? It's just trying to figure out acronyms, but not ask people because you don't want to seem washed.
You think I'm bullshitting? I had no idea that shit meant social justice warrior.
I don't know what snowflake means.
Say what?
Snowflake? I see people calling me a snowflake.
Snowflake means like offended
Pussy.
by everything, pussy. Yeah, it's just a way. That's the right's way of like shaming the left.
What does it come out of?
A pussy that don't look like any other pussies. Like you're a very unique pussy. You know how like no snowflake looks like.
Yo, you so pussy, they ain't even pussies like you, dog.
Yeah, you're a very unique pussy.
No, I thought the point was I'm pussy just like everybody else.
I think what they're saying is the left is weak like a snowflake. It wilts like a snowflake.
You melt on a dashboard.
Melt, yeah.
Windshield. Right?
I had no idea what the fucking SJW was, but I get what you're saying about women, because even back in the day, like women would be all up in a man's face, especially if you're dealing with a man, because men aren't supposed to hit women. You know
Absolutely
what I'm saying?
not, yeah.
But some women do take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Absolutely.
always tell guys, walk away, bruh. Because you don't win. You don't win hitting a woman. Like, there's no win whatsoever. Now, we were talking about the Fabulous situation. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true in the Fabulous situation. I'm not discrediting either person. I haven't heard Fabulous say anything yet, and I would encourage Fabulous and Fabulous is a cool dude. Fabulous is actually my first radio interview ever in life. The first person I ever interviewed live in radio was Fabulous in like 1999, 2000. This is when I don't even think I Can't Deny It video had came out yet. Like it was just about to drop on Rap City that week or something. So I've known Fabulous for a long time.
Yeah.
Fabulous is a cool dude. I can't even imagine Fabulous actually hitting a woman. But guess what? We don't know these people behind closed doors.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, with the Fabulous situation, I would encourage Fabulous if what Emily is saying is true, and I have no reason to say what she said isn't true.
Right.
If it is true, come clean now. Because when you go to court, all the evidence that's in that police statement, whether it's, you knocking her teeth out or her having text messages from you saying you want to beat her with a baseball bat, it's going to come out. And you're going to look crazy. And I'm going to give you donkey today.
So you're like, get ahead of it.
I'm going to still give you donkey today if you admit to it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a little bit less of a donkey.
No, not really. You hit her. Like, there's no reason to hit a girl. There's no reason to hit a woman, bro. Like, you can't win. That's why I don't like to applaud people for what they're supposed to do. But you always got to go back to Jay-Z in the elevator with Solange.
Yeah.
Jay-Z didn't know people were watching. He didn't know a video was going, and he handled that beautifully. And by the way, he was trapped. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a place to go. I'm sure that if they had been somewhere, Jay-Z probably would have just walked away.
Right.
But he handled that beautifully.
Weathered the storm.
God showed us two situations less than a week apart. He showed us Ray Rice in the elevator. He showed us Jay-Z in the elevator.
The difference of that is CTE.
Guys always beat Jay-Z in that situation.
Facts.
Like with the situation with Black China, people upset at Black China because
I didn't even know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know what that person did to Black China's kid that made her so upset.
we all don't know what happened. This is what from what we've pieced together. The young lady said that, which is so stupid. The young lady said she didn't know it was Black China's kids because I guess it was the nanny or whatever, and the nanny was pushing the stroller towards her. This is what the girl said. Well, she was pushing the stroller towards me, so I felt like that was her way of saying, "Oh, I can touch the kid." What the fuck are you talking about? Imagine me saying, "Yeah, this woman was walking towards me." So I felt like that gave me permission to grab her ass. What kind of entitled motherfucker are you, yo? So she touched Black China's kid, and then she said she heard Black China say, "Don't touch the kid, bro." Now, according to Black China, the girl said called Black China a hood rat, and that's when Black China turned the fuck up. But from what I was told by callers on the Breakfast Club, the girl was out also on Twitter saying she slapped Black China. So we don't really know what happened between her touching the child and Black China telling her don't do that. It's clearly something that made Black China turn all the way the fuck up. But the moral of the story is don't touch my motherfucking kids. If you touch my child, and I don't want you to touch my child, any fucking stranger, don't touch my fucking kid, and then you say something disrespectful to me, I'm already at the edge. I'm at the edge because you touched my child. So I'm showing restraint by saying, don't touch my fucking kid, bro, or don't touch my child. And then you got the nerve to call me a hood rat or some other shit? Fuck out of here, man. All bets are off. All bets are off, yo. All bets are off.
Would you do something?
What you mean?
Like, would you do what she did?
If it was a guy.
I feel like you'd walk away, man. That's the smart thing to do. You got too much to lose fighting some random guy.
No,
Like,
I'm going. First of all, I'm going. If you touch my child, to be honest with you, I don't know what I would do. It depends. If it was a man who came up to my daughter and just randomly touched her, I probably would punch him in his fucking face.
yo.
I'm dead ass serious.
Yeah. Now,
All these pedophiles.
That made more sense. That made more sense.
All these pedophiles and molesters and shit. If it's a girl, I'm gonna probably grab her hand and be like, "Yo, please don't touch my daughter, please."
But a dude just walking up and touching your daughter.
What the fuck kind of freak are you?
Okay, what if you guys are on a plane?
Yeah.
Right? And like you're sitting one seat, your daughter's in the middle, and then the guy's in the next seat, and the guy's just playing like kid games with your kid. Your peekaboo, that kind of shit. Your daughter seems like having fun, like doing the hand game where you miss the hand. You know, he's trying to slap the five.
I'm telling him, chill out, bro.
Yo,
Chill out. We got all the games we need over here, okay? We got cards. She got her tablet to play fucking Candy Crush or whatever the fuck she need to do. You know what I'm saying?
So
we over
nobody
here
can entertain and bring your kid
fuck
joy.
out of here, man.
Nah.
Go turn around.
It's
turn
Blue's
around,
Clues
man.
or nothing.
Turn the fuck around, man.
Yeah.
What's up,
Really?
man? Yes. Why? I don't trust people like that.
Oh, I love doing that with kids, man. I think it's so fun.
Listen, when kids look at me too long on the plane, I do like this, and I'll be like, hey. And that's it. And then after a while, I'm like, all right, turn your kid around.
No, you don't.
I'm serious. And the reason I'm like, turn your kid around is because I'm not here to entertain your fucking kid, and I don't need nobody getting no motherfucking ideas. I'm not too friendly with people's kids. Yo, last week I took this, what's the name of the shelter? The Salvation Army. I took some families to the Universal Soul Circus. I can't remember the name of the organization, but I took some families to the Universal Soul Circus.
Yeah.
And these kids are young. They're like 8 and 9, and we on the bus, and we having a good time, and these kids are taking pictures. I got pictures in my phone with some of these kids. I'm not posting them because I didn't get permission from the parents. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing nothing to nobody else's kids that I wouldn't want somebody to do to mine. I'm not going to violate anybody like that because I know how I feel about my kids.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with kids, you're dealing with something else, bro.
It's different.
Keep your fucking hands off my kids. You have no reason to be touching my kids. Now, would I react the way Black China reacted? I don't know. But Black China's a woman, and she was interacting with another woman. It's different. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Mama Bear is different than Papa Bear. Papa Bear intervenes differently when it's a man doing something to your child than a woman. With a woman, I'm like, yo, chill out. Or sometimes, and I've done this before, I'll tell my wife, like, yo, check her.
Because you can't.
Because if I say something, it's going to come off too harsh.
That's like
it's
the
going to come off
TSA.
too aggressive. I'm going to look like Fabulous outside of fucking, the house. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
A girl got to check a girl.
A woman got to check a woman. A woman got to check a woman.
I told the TSA lady once that she could check me. She was like, you know, you go through that little machine. They go, wait a second, so the guy can do it. And I was like, nah, you got that. It's good. And then she looked at me. She was like, no, I'm not patting down your body. I was like, well, I didn't want to make it uncomfortable. I was just saying, I'm pretty sure you could just touch the zippers. So they take it serious.
So if you ask me if there's ever an appropriate time to hit a woman, no.
Okay, here's a question. How do you feel about when someone else criticizes your public parenting? Maybe not you personally, but have you ever had that situation where like a mom or a dad, or maybe yourself or your wife, is disciplining your kid and then someone else goes, hey, don't hit your kid?
2017. I'm at my daughter's track meet. Now, mind you, this is all my fault. I take full responsibility for me being a dickhead, right? My daughter is it's not even a track meet, it's track practice. My daughter had never ran track. Well, she never ran track. She had ran track before, but they had them trying new things.
Right.
So they doing the fucking long jump, right? So a couple of the girls go, they do the long jump, I'm just standing on the fence watching everybody. My daughter goes to do the long jump. It's terrible. I go, oh my God, that was horrible, right? My daughter burst into tears. I mean, crying heavily. And I'm like, what are you crying for? My wife's like, why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because it was horrible. And immediately I feel bad, right? Because my wife is right. She was like, you didn't have to say it like that. You could have said that another way. This fucking guy calls my daughter's name and goes, that was good. Don't worry about it. Fuck you.
You didn't say fuck
Yes,
you.
I did. Don't you tell my fucking daughter what was good. I tell her what's good. Don't you? What the fuck is your problem? No, we don't do that pussy parenting over here. All right, you give your daughter the motherfucking participation trophy. We don't roll like that over here, my guy. All right? That's cool. We understood. We got an understanding.
What was his
I didn't say nothing when your kids jumped. I didn't say shit to them. And their jumps weren't good either. But I didn't say shit to them. You know why? Because those aren't my kids. But my kid, I'm going to tell my kid that wasn't a good jump because next time she's going to get it together. Now, where was I wrong at? I was wrong in the fact that was her first jump. She never did the long jump before. So how can I be upset at her for doing something she had never done?
I mean, how hard is it? You just jump long.
I don't fucking know. And number two, where was I wrong at? Hey, like my mother's been telling me for years, I don't know how to talk to people. That's my daughter. I could have handled that a different way. You know what I'm saying? I could have handled that a whole fucking different way.
Could you have?
Yes, I could have. I could have been like, look, listen,
Hey,
that was your first time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you were talking to the guy.
Oh, no, the guy was good because I wasn't yelling.
Oh.
The guy was like, he wasn't too far from me. He was far enough for me to be able to take a few steps over and be like, yo, my man, that ain't your fucking daughter. All right, don't be telling my daughter shit is good when it's not good. We don't do that pussy ass parenting over here.
We're not trying to raise losers.
That's exactly. I said I ain't with all that participation trophy shit. And I said I didn't say shit when your daughters jumped. And your daughters didn't have the best jump, but you ain't hear me over here yelling, talking about, yo, that was good when it wasn't good. No, let me do what I do, okay? And he understood. He was like, yo, my fault, you know what I'm saying? She was just crying. And she's my daughter, and she's crying. I will handle that, cocksucker. I didn't say cocksucker, but the tone and the cadence was there to let a cocksucker fly. You know what I'm saying? so like you don't do shit like that. Like I be hearing stories about kids crying in Walmart and other parents coming over, grabbing the kid and shit like that. I wish a motherfucker would.
All the time. All the time. All the time. If you hit your kid in public, there used to be a time. I know these kids that are listening today. You probably don't understand getting hit in public, but that was very commonplace when we were growing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spanking your kid or hitting your kid in public?
My mom had the meanest backhand you ever would
Bang,
see. And
bye,
it would come out
quick,
of nowhere.
quick.
She was like the mom on The Incredibles. Like her arm would reach so
Stretch.
fucking
Boom.
Listen, my
Where
mom
was this bitch?
I remember one time being in Walmart. I was on like the aisle 4 where the magazines and shit was. She was like on aisle 3. And I remember like looking in a magazine and saying something like, damn, this bitch got some big titties, like a Sports Illustrated or some shit. And the arm came from aisle 3 to aisle 4. Wow! Backhand in the fucking
She
mouth.
pop up out the ground like Raiden in Mortal Kombat.
I didn't even see her. I just saw her fucking hand. That's how my mom had that kind of reach. So yeah, you get fucked up in public.
So that was so normal, and then eventually that shift happened where you weren't supposed to hit your kids. You remember this happened maybe late 90s? Is that probably?
Nah,
Earlier?
Past that.
In
After Eminem
2000s?
albums. After Eminem albums and Janet Jackson's titty, everybody got pussy.
All right, maybe it was Janet Jackson's because I remember my mom let me punch my brother once in the face.
But that's two siblings fighting.
Yeah, but not like she refereed it. Like my brother did something to me, and then my mom was like, "Stop playing," and I was like, "Mom, he just did this," and I was like, "Can I just punch him in the face?" And she's like, "One." Like that was parenting back in the day. I'm not gonna send you to the room. Just let one little jab to the face.
America's parenting is so pussy now that I'm in my therapist's office talking about beatings I got when I was a kid because I feel like they was too hard on me. Okay, my father beat me with an extension cord and made me go take a bath. All right, all because I was just fucking lighting the trailer on fire. Like had a little lighter, lighting the carpet on the trailer on fire.
The trailer is where you live. You were lighting the
single
home
wide
on fire.
trailer. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my room, lighting it, outing
yeah.
it, lighting it, outing it. You smell a little smoke.
Yeah,
Mom
can't
came
believe
in
why anybody would be upset.
Why
if
would you
you're
be mad at a
lighting
little arson?
your
You know what I'm
whole
saying?
house on fire.
That's it.
What's the
It's a
big
fucking
deal?
trailer. I know he was poor and shit. We'd have been all right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
especially after Left Eye just did that shit too. Andre Rison.
Way before Left Eye.
Oh yeah. You and I.
Now,
You were innovative.
Way before Left Eye. I was thinking about Austin before there was a Left Eye. Okay, but I'm doing that. My father beat me with an
Let's
extension
just check
cord.
off of Charlamagne's sociopath list. Yelling at children.
Listen,
Arsony.
getting beat with an extension cord,
Yeah.
and then him making me go take a bath.
Yeah, because then it burns. Is that
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Think about the level of motherfucking evil
Yeah.
it takes to do that.
Yeah, that's Michael Jackson's dad.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, I deserved it.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew not to do that shit again.
Yeah.
And it was always levels to the beatings.
Yeah.
So it never was like he would just beat me with an extension cord for no reason. It was levels. Oh, you did what? All right, go get the switch off the tree.
Yeah.
Couple of lashes with the switch for certain things. Slap in the face for other things. You setting the house on fire. You get and by the way,
Hammurabi's code, bro.
Hey,
and I've
man.
run out of tooth for the tooth. You set the house on fire. I got to do something.
Got to do something to
Hey,
let
the
you know
house
how
is gonna
serious
burn.
this is.
Guess who else
Yeah.
gonna burn?
Yeah.
Hop in that tub.
But I don't even beat my kids.
And you're proud of that?
I'm gonna tell you why. I've spanked my daughter twice in her life. She's 9. I can't do it. Like
Why?
you know that saying when they say this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
It does.
It really does. Which lets me know my
Interesting.
father's just as sociopathic as me.
Oh,
Because
yeah, it runs
there's
in
no
the family,
fucking way
without a doubt.
I could have beat somebody with an extension cord and made them go take a bath and not feel bad about that shit. Like, god damn.
So what happens? What kind of guilt is there?
You just feel bad because you feel like you didn't have to do that. Because at the end of the day, they're kids.
Yeah.
Kids learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little bit older when I was trying to set the house on fire. I was at least in my teens, I believe, or maybe 11, 12, so it's a little different. But
Yeah.
when your kid is 4, 5,
Yeah.
you can't pop them for,
How hard do you hit them? You don't go full force.
I don't know. It's
You
weird.
drop the hammer, bro?
Nah, it's not the hammer. Like, it's funny because my wife, hit my daughter the other day, and my daughter just,
Giggled.
yes. And so when my daughter left him, I'm like, that was pussy, baby. Like, god damn. She was like, I don't want to hurt him. So what the fuck you spanking him for? What was that about?
Yo, that's
You know
when I
what I'm
knew
saying?
it was time for my dad to discipline me. I remember my mom slapped me once in the face, and I laughed at her. And then we both had this moment, me and my mom, where it was like, okay, Pop's going to handle shit now.
I wish I never did that. Did the same exact thing. Not only did I laugh at my mom, I kind of like moved her around a little bit. Like
Oh, no.
I'm serious. I moved like she was hitting me with the like she was trying to hit me with the belt, and I like held the belt.
You swim moved
Yeah,
it?
so she's trying to get the belt from me, but I'm like, hey, yeah, what you gonna do now? I'm stronger than you at this point. And that's when the shit went from extension cords to fist.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when
yeah,
you wait
yeah.
till your daddy get
That's-
home.
You thought you were an adult.
Now you gotta size
Square
up.
up,
Square
fam.
up, nigga.
Let's go.
What's up? You moving my
Oh, you
wife
tough
around?
now.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Square up.
Yeah. It's no longer your mom. It's my wife.
My wife now. Word up. Now, that's exactly.
That's my wife
What?
you're talking
Exactly.
to.
Not
Yeah.
your mom.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
wife.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
since you want to be a man,
yeah.
moving around my wife, square up.
Yeah. I swear dads do that just to get pussy. I swear, right? Like they just trying to show off. Like, oh, baby, he did what to you? Let me go handle this shit. Then you get some head later that
You're
night.
getting fed 2 pieces. Boom, boom.
Night, night.
Listen, by the way, I played.
You did pasta?
But
Oh, and you wake up like, Dad, you're strong.
like, you know what I'm saying? No, you get knocked out and you do like this,
With
and
one
you
eye.
like, you
One
better not do that shit again.
better-
You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. I'm serious, man. I wish I would have just acted like my mom shit still hurt.
That's right, because the beatings would have been less.
And
that's
by
the smart move.
After that, my mom never even tried to beat me again. It went from that to
Wait till your daddy
father
gets home. Yeah,
Ooh.
dude. And the walk to your
Wait
room. Do you remember
until
hearing
your daddy
the
gets
steps? I'm in the bedroom, and then you just hear the dad steps coming. Ooh,
Those 6
fuck.
words, wait until your daddy get home. Some of
Forget
y'all have never heard those words because your father wasn't in your fucking life. But those words strike fear in you.
Wait till your daddy gets home. I've been waiting for 12 years. I can't wait.
By the way, Mom, why did he leave? All right. All right. Why did he leave to begin with?
Because he wouldn't listen to me. That's why he left. It was your fault.
Listen, we got some guests we got to bring in, right?
And we got to pay some more bills, guys, because we got bills to pay. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go pee, man.
All right, I'm going to pay this bill, and then let's bring the guests in. All right. Yo, who wants to be ordinary? You got to push past boundaries, man. You got to go towards greatness. And your hardware, it should do the exact same thing. So with a cooling blade, the AeroBlade 3D fan to be specific, the Predator Helios 300 stays icy cold for hours, giving you the advantage you've been looking for. And with the 7th gen Intel Core i7 processor, the only thing you have to worry about is how you're going to buff your next power play. The sleek geometric design of the Predator Helios 300 speaks for itself. It's up to you to start the conversation. Time to level up with the Predator Helios 300. Go to Acer.com, click on Store, and enter the coupon code BRILLIANT at checkout to receive 10% off, plus free ground shipping on a Predator Helios laptop, including already discounted models. The offer is valid through April 30th, 2018. And it's limited to 1 per qualified offer. Can I get an Intel chime, Dwayne? Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Yo, I think mine is better than Intel's, Dwayne, for real. All I'm saying is this. If you need a new laptop, it's dun-dun-dun-dun. Whatever. If you need a new laptop, make sure you get something with some power, okay? I know you're out there, you're playing Fortnite. You're out there, you're playing Call of Duty. You're out there, you're playing these games. I know you don't want any of the work in NBA 2K. I know you don't want any of the work in FIFA. But if you did, you got to make sure that you got some shit that don't buffer, okay? I can't be having this shit buffer. I can't have these excuses. I've been playing these motherfuckers with third world internet. The game stops every 5 minutes. I can't do it, okay? Get your internet game up. I need first world only, all right? If you're not in the European Union or America or Australia, we're not going to play. Your internet's not ready, okay? So what I would do if I were you is I get this Acer, get your business ready, okay, and then come holler at your boy. Can I get an Intel chime? Bing, 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 bing. Oh,
that's what it sounds like?
Yo, man, views from the sis. Thank you guys so much, man. I'll be in for coming out to the shows. New York City is going to be 13th and 14th. And that's at Gotham Comedy Club. Tickets are moving. Make sure you get tickets for that. We're going to do 5 shows, 13th and 14th. Then the 15th is going to be in Toronto. We just released a few more tickets for that. Thank you guys so much for selling out both of those shows. I talked to the venue and asked if there's any more tickets to release. They said there were some press tickets that were saved. I said, fuck them. You know, the people got us here, not the press, so we're going to support that. So I think there's some more tickets available. Go get those right now. And then I'll be at Rochester, New York this weekend, the 5th through the 7th. Go check out theandrewschulz.com for all ticket links and the rest of the tour dates. All right, back to the show. Okay, we are joined by the Whoreible Decisions girls.
Now I hate to say this. I'm not that familiar. So introduce yourselves. This is a get to know you segment for me.
So we're the Whoreible Decisions podcast.
Is it horrible or horrible?
Horrible. Spelled
like whore?
Like porn.
H-O-R-E.
Let me remind you a little bit. We came to your show. And,
The live show.
I can't remember, but you said we should call it Mai Tais. Do you remember that?
I remember.
You were
Why
like, are there
Mai
any
Tais?
sluts in the room? And I think only us two raised our hand.
Oh, yeah.
And then y'all said I want to say that y'all told us the name then.
Yes,
and I was
we
like, that's a
did.
great name.
Actually, we saw like a few of your listeners knew us there.
I remember now.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, why
Coming
my
back to me.
ties? Why my ties?
Because
she
I
went
think
to
I said I fucked on
Thailand and
vacation
had,
or something. Can't
she
remember.
fucked somebody on vacation.
Hey, wait, so do you guys self-identify as whores?
Well, we named
ahead.
it that to be ironic, right? So our podcast is basically to normalize people's kinks and things like that because we feel like we throw out the word hoe too easy, right? I mean, if women say they want a threesome or they want to have BDSM or anal, like they're a hoe.
Whoa.
What's BDSM?
Yeah, you said something in the middle I never heard of.
Yeah, we just
That's
learned
like
about
SJW.
Okay.
we
So,
old over here. We need you to
BDSM
break
is,
down the
when
acronym.
you have let's think 50 Shades of Grey if we want to make it more general, right? But
Yeah.
dominatrix, submissive things, bondage.
Beating? Basically anything your dad would do when you fucked up as a kid,
Yeah.
That's why we say daddy.
you do to a girl.
You know, we
She
call
said that's
him
why you say daddy.
daddy.
For real.
Think about
You
it.
hit you with an extension cord, make you take a bath.
I say daddy when I want to give someone that power, right? And I enjoy being submissive. Is I use the word daddy because it's like a power play thing. But
What is Zaddy with the
Zaddy
Z?
is
I
when
think
they
that's
pay
what
your
my gays
bills.
say.
Oh,
Zaddy when you got
Zaddy
the sorry
pays the
dick.
bills.
Yo, Zaddy is when your speech is slurred, your jaw sore. Zaddy.
So
BDSM?
BDSM. So
That
it
sounds like
stands for
fucking for radio
bondage,
thing.
submissive,
Yeah, and dominance.
bondage, dominant, submissive, and masochist. So, I mean, things like that, right? The things that I've asked for in my lifetime where men will call me a hoe just because I like it. I've been called a hoe walking down the street with a tight skirt. It's like we throw it out so loosely that.
Why do you like it? You got to explain that to me because I've had girls ask me to kind of speak to them in that way, and I never really understood.
Well, there's a way to talk about it in the bedroom, and I'm your little slut. Like you can say things like that in the bedroom.
they
But
do.
why
But
women
why
like
are you
it though?
openly calling someone that because of maybe what they have on, or
No,
because
I
of
don't
something
do that. I don't
It's
do that.
enjoying
A lot of
giving the
men do.
power, right? It's the
I
same
did that
reason
in the
you may
90s.
enjoy being
I did
dominant.
that in the 90s. I would do that.
We didn't know no better than
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know. I
Porn
just
was like
learning.
HIV in the
But
90s.
yeah,
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, it was new
I
to
saw a
us.
short skirt and I was like, "Yo, that's some slutty shit." But I didn't know. Now I know better. All I'm saying is like, what happens to you? You get off when a guy's like, "Hey, you little whore."
So, I mean,
Said that
to
so
me,
not
I really
sexy.
enjoy it because, and what a lot of people don't understand, right? They'll
Yeah.
call me crazy on my show if I say I want to get spit on or some crazy shit. But submissives hold all the power because you'll only do what I can tell you to do, right? I tell you my hard limits. I'll tell you what you can say and what you can't say. But I think because I'm so dominant in my personal life, I enjoyed being that way.
Oh, you're like a cop.
I mean, definitely not. But
No, but they say that with cops, right? Like cops have all this control, so then their sexual life they
Right.
want to be taken control
like
of.
any
wanna be
crazy
handcuffed,
stories
yeah.
I've heard of, right, from friends, like whether it's pegging or like beating the shit out of dudes.
Yo, you know what pegging
What is
is, bro?
pegging?
Okay,
bro,
so that's
bro,
a so
pegging
okay.
is wild, bro.
Okay, so
Well, this is
yeah,
Miss Pegasus
pegging,
over here.
don't do that.
5
So-
feet to 6'10". Go ahead.
So so we both have pegged a guy before. So what we like to do with our show as well is bring up these kinks that may not seem normalized, especially in the black community.
So what is peg?
So pegging is when a female puts on a strap-on and fucks a
Nah,
guy.
Bugging. See?
Hey, it went
See?
too far.
See?
Don't say
I'm
that.
out. See?
That's tongues is okay.
Not rape.
That's
Not
rape.
That's
So you know what? We're on our way. If
Don't-
tongues can go in there, you never know.
I was about to say.
No, I'm all about the
right,
tongue.
and so
I
you're
don't mind the
starting-
tongue. I
You
don't mind
the
start with the tongue.
Yeah.
That's how you actually
You're
start.
talking about licking.
So you start with licking, and then
That's it.
once he enjoys the licking, then you might try to add a finger.
So hold on, you peg me with the tongue?
Bugging.
Well, remember, this
peg me
is
with the
this
tongue?
is in your prostate. You can have a different kind of
Yo,
orgasm.
girls be lying about this shit for the longest.
She try to get you to do it.
Shit about girls that be,
You
yo,
tried it?
Yo,
Your G-spot is in your ass.
Women
Fuck
and gay
outta
dudes
here.
put the biggest myth out there. They're like, your G-spot's up your ass.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
dudes be supposed to be like, oh, is that what it is?
You letting the girl
Wanna
go.
grab
and
my
listen,
ankle
you
so
letting
you
the
can
girl
get
go
there.
Now you
deeper.
gay.
You let the girl go deeper and deeper. I don't feel it yet. I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
She
I don't
turned
feel
you
it.
gay.
You gotta test.
You tricked me.
If you
We've
test
been
it out
tricking
yourself,
girls like
it
this
won't be
forever,
gay.
yo.
Okay,
Test it
so
out
what-
yourself, it won't be gay.
Well, I don't think an act is gay. I don't
Thank
think
you.
an act makes you gay. I think
I
like
appreciate that.
gay is if you like a dude or if you're
Yeah,
a girl who likes
I
a girl,
appreciate
right?
that.
Like,
Hold on.
think about it, right?
Go ahead.
That's not gay.
Check it,
Hold
check
on.
it,
Come to the
check
left
it.
Hold on.
side.
So you suck the dick, you're not gay?
No,
That's
that's
not it.
different, right?
That's
So
not
check
If you suck a dildo, you're not gay.
No,
I like that. Suck
Oh, what?
you haven't had froze pop. What's the difference?
Exactly.
Listen, you know what I do with
Yo,
lollipops?
yo.
I take the stem off all the time.
Oh,
You
get
break
the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I do it.
Lie.
You know what? There's some hyper masculinity
Yeah.
shit.
Put the
I don't wanna
whole
hear that
shit
shit.
in.
You look too masculine to be
So
acting
what?
like this.
Yo, you never ate a Slim Jim?
What do you mean?
So what dick shaped
Wait,
foods do you eat?
I
Hot
actually
dogs,
want-
popsicles?
Bananas?
Even my chicken
What
is
about
all
shish
flat.
He
kebabs?
smokes blunts.
Yo, you have wet dick.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
Oh, what do y'all call this? What do y'all call this? If you getting head from a girl, right, and your man is in the bathroom smoking a blunt with another girl, but the girl that's sucking your dick is going in the bathroom and smoking a blunt with him, but then coming back and sucking your dick. What do you call that?
I mean, we don't have a name for the shit. It's not one of our kinks.
That's him
but-
playing me out, and that's why I don't smoke like that.
Well, we have a name for that other podcast. It's called
Gay.
I have a question because me and Wax was talking. So all of y'all admitted to liking your ass licked. And what position are you when you're getting your ass licked? in?
backflip.
Wait a minute, Mr. Homophobic, Mr. Homophobic admitted to
I'm
liking his
bugging.
ass.
And that's why I told him it's not happening.
That's what he said.
It's
He's doing
fucking not
that.
happening. I'm not doing that
But
dumb
you
shit.
just said it. You
I'm
just
not
That's
doing
how
that
a
dumb
man
shit.
gets his ass licked one
I'm
leg
not
up.
doing
I'm
that
not
dumb
gonna
shit.
bend over and
I'm
look the
not
other
doing that
direction. That's
dumb
how you get
shit.
pegged.
You know how I like it. You know how I
We're
like
not
getting my
gonna
ass
take it
licked?
from
How do
you.
you like getting your ass licked?
By surprise. You know what I mean? When
That's
you
what I'm
down
saying.
there,
That's what I'm
when
saying.
you down
That's
there,
it.
just do it.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Don't
just-
ask about
This
it.
is the thing,
I'm gonna
Charlamagne, and
say
this is
no.
why we have a show, is
Okay.
because we try to make it normal for people to ask for these things. We just want
Yeah.
people
I'm
to
not
have
asking for that
porn sex in their normal lives, stop cheating on motherfuckers. Ask your partner what you want. I mean, we interview couples, virgins, dominatrixes. Dallas Penn came on and told us he fucks shoes, doctors, porn stars.
What?
Like,
Yeah, no, he did. He came on and said that when he worked at Marshall's in the stockroom, he ejaculated into shoes because they turned him on.
Rest in peace, Combat Jack. Man.
Oh.
What the fuck, Combat? What the fuck was going on?
but it's things like that. We try to
What
like
the fuck was going on
normalize
in
these
the Combat
interviews
Jack
so
show?
that people can understand it's normal.
I'm trying to remember what I nutted in. I nutted in socks before.
Why?
If you're hiding it.
Hey, it's because you're hiding.
If you nut in another man's socks, you gay.
Fuck you, mate. Why would another man's socks be in my fucking room?
You gay.
If you're hiding for real.
Oh, I
for
never
real.
know somebody toothbrush before.
Yo,
I
for
know
real.
somebody toothbrush before.
You what?
A man?
Yo, he owed me money.
Gay! I don't want to hear shit from
come
you.
on,
Go
man.
get
Man,
paid right now.
Fuck that.
my God.
Yo, ho, ho.
Wax,
He owed me
there's a
money.
big bathroom
Yeah.
over there if
Yeah,
you're
chill out.
interested.
How white were his teeth after? That's
Yo,
the
he owed
crest
me bread,
whitening
and I went
right
in his
there.
bathroom, and he played me out. So you know what? I jerked off on his toothbrush.
So his DNA was on your dick.
How did you even
The
find
DNA is
yourself?
all over the toothbrush.
Yo, he basically kissed your dick.
He
kissed your dick.
basically sucked
That's
your
A
dick.
man kissed
that's-
his dick.
That's
His mouth was on his
that's how he gonna do it.
I mean, he really did. He swallowed it and so did everybody else.
Yo, suck your dick, yo. When you brought that
kissed
up,
your
you
dick.
did not think it was going in this direction.
That's all turned. I know who all y'all
He
are.
kissed your
That's
dick.
what I do.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you. Wax. Okay, tell us more.
About our show.
Yes.
So,
Oh no, I want to make that point real quick about the sexual act. Like gay dudes fuck each other in the ass because that's the only hole they got.
Mouth.
And the
And
mouth.
mouth.
ears.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the only
Nose.
space they got. Like, they love each other, and then they're like, I still need to fuck something. All right, I'll do
Right.
it. where the
But
doo-doo
honestly,
is.
though, when a man asks for it, like from a woman, I feel like a grown ass man. If you wanted a dude, you can go get one. You know what I'm saying? So asking women, and you're getting turned on by your woman doing it, being dominated. I mean, if you really
Now,
want
being
some dick, you'll
pegged, that's
get
some
it.
weird shit.
It's out of control.
That's crazy.
And see, that's
as
what
weird as you
we
think.
don't no kink shaming. That's actually what we say on our show. There's
Now,
like,
we believe in shaming.
I'm not kink shaming, but I'll say you pussy. And the reason I'm gonna say you pussy is because you just don't got the heart to go get fucked by a dude.
My God, bro.
I'm serious.
That's the thing, though. What if you
Break
really
that
don't
down.
want a dude to do it, right? Like, I
Right.
mean,
Okay.
think about it. Like,
True.
when I've had a girl use a strap-on on me, and I wanted a girl to fuck me that way and not a dude. It's just, that's what I wanted in
Why'd
that
you want a
moment.
girl to
True.
fuck you?
I like pussy, and
How she do it? Good money.
I mean, I wanted a woman. I wanted
Yes, she does.
Mike Waxman over here knowing. I mean, I wanted to see titties. I wanted the hair. I wanted to hear her. I wanted a woman in that moment. It didn't mean that I wouldn't have a dude fuck me, but I did enjoy her doing it.
True.
Yeah, dope.
You know, so you can want something. It's just we associate that with
I'm not mad.
gay, but it's not. There's no. What did you say earlier about the keyhole to your masculinity?
Wait, hold on.
Go-
We associate a girl having sex with another girl.
We
as gay.
associate anal as something that's
anal,
gay with
because
men.
we were talking with Wax outside, and he was like, "Man, a woman can't go there because that's going to take away my manhood, as if
Yeah,
the
I'm
manhood
putting
lives
my-
inside
it does.
your ass."
It does.
And I don't think that your ass is the keyhole to
Nah,
your,
but
your
my
manhood.
brain.
That's
Eventually-
woman.
That's where your manhood is, though.
Eventually, you're
In
gonna
your
have to get a
ass?
prostate exam, right?
See, okay.
So if you think that having something in your ass is gay, at some point in your life, you're gonna be gay, whether it's a prostate exam or getting pegged.
So all guys are
How
gay.
far I go up?
What you mean?
now I'm
How far I go up?
Enough to touch that imaginary G spot. Enough to get a prostate exam.
No, for real. How big? I don't
Think
even
of like
wanna know.
a-
Is it crazy?
I
for
got a
real?
colonic. They put some shit up in my
How
Oh,
big?
that's
How
big.
much? How far?
It's thin.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
it's like
thin.
this, that much goes up and it shoots water.
It shoots
up
water,
into
so
your
it
ass.
comes
Clean you out.
It's like a
it
nigga
went up?
busting
It's like
off.
getting
you.
nutted in,
Andrew,
bro.
you know what
It's
you
like
have? Wait,
getting nutted in, man. Yo, and I took that nut like a champ, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably like you did with your
I
toothbrush.
said, leave it in, Poppy.
No.
So I wanted to ask you guys. We talked
Yeah.
about this. What we like to do when we bring guests on as well is we like to talk about things that they like, and people openly discuss things. So what do you guys watch in porn? Because we feel like
I mean, basically, the reason that we have this show is because we feel like everything we're interviewing people about is shit that we all watch in porn, but we won't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and that's why so many people tune in, because they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. But then they start looking it up and they start opening their minds to more things. And that's why I kind of was curious as to what you watch in porn. And
Story.
do you do it in your real life?
I watch porn for the story. I've always liked.
like the story?
Oh, wow.
I've always liked young black cheerleaders, and I've always liked Bang Bros. The reason
I
I've
like
always
Yeah, Bang Bro's good.
I love Bang Bros because I always
cool.
thought it was ill that they would just pull up in a van and convince regular women to do whorish things.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's what I'm into. I'm into taking women who aren't necessarily whores.
Liberian.
So you
and
know what
making
your
them
fetish is? You
whores.
like
That's why I
the
like
innocence of
librarians.
things.
Yeah.
You like
Me too,
the-
me too.
That's a daddy thing. Like
Yeah.
you like the playful, like, I don't know. You like
Yeah.
the playful no.
Yeah. No, whoa, wait a minute.
It's true.
Yo, listen, they
No,
will
it's
get
a
you
real
though.
thing.
They got me.
And a lot
Wait a
of
minute.
I know what you're saying.
no, seriously,
it's
there is a
not-
playful no.
Somebody cut that
go.
out.
Have you ever had?
There is a playful
No means no. I know that
Yeah.
much.
Not
can
in
be a
this
playful-
time. Ain't no playful no's now.
No,
With
in the
Me
90s,
Too.
no.
90s was a playful no.
I don't
and
think
it was a
nobody's
cute-
playing when they say no,
Yeah,
ladies.
now
Okay.
we-
you guys
that-
really missed the 90s.
The Bang
huh?
Bros
Yeah,
was a
it's the
no. The Bang Bros is a whole no. It's about convincing someone, right? So at first they do say no.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
you take
gotcha,
it out first, but
gotcha.
you got to make sure that's okay.
You know how many
Yeah, eventually
threesomes
you
I've
get a
had
yes.
that way? They'd be like, I don't know. And I'd be like, let me give you a massage first. And then boom. It's a
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the massage.
I mean,
threesomes are
over the years
fun,
with my
a lot.
man, I mean,
Enough that I
they have
can't
some
count.
threesomes apps, and it was fun.
How long you been with your man?
Anymore. I'm single now, but we
Okay.
were for about 2 years. I mean, I'd say we had 4 threesomes together, maybe 5.
So wait a minute. If
It's
we
healthy.
like
Planned.
TV,
It's healthy.
I like threesomes.
I really enjoy it.
I just fuck my friends.
I feel like I'm going on a first date
I'm
again
what?
with somebody. So once that puppy love stage is over, now it's like, okay, we can meet somebody new, and you picking out what I'm gonna wear, and blah blah blah, and we texting her, group chat, and it's fun.
So y'all aren't here for the threesomes. I'm seeing.
No, I'm mad because this shit wasn't happening when I was single. This shit wasn't so.
Your wife is hot as fuck. How are
definitely-
you not having threesomes?
hold on.
I had one in my life.
You
Wait,
famous
wait,
and your
just
wife's
say-
hot. This is like perfect
You
threesome
can still have it
territory.
with your wife, and well, that's what else we talk about on our show.
No, you
the
can't.
things of being
Stop
a whore and a
Stop
hoe.
putting that
all
out
of
there.
all the stuff that you can do in the bedroom. It's all
Nah,
about
nah,
communication.
nah,
We
nah,
talk
nah,
about polyamorous relationships, open relationships.
Yeah.
There's all these different forms of relationships that you could have, as long as there's not a gray area.
Have you guys
just-
heard the term monogamish?
No.
So
Everything got an ish now.
So monogamish is so a lot of people can't handle open relationships, but not monogamish is a term coined by Dan Savage, and he describes it as having threesomes or seeing other people in your relationship. So that's a good way to start.
Only girls.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
but it's always ugly chicks that do this shit.
Wait,
I
no.
never met like
She not ugly.
You've
She
been
not ugly?
monogamish.
No.
Sure, absolutely.
So you've been with a man and he lets you fuck other men.
I actually
No,
want to
not
be
men.
Hold up,
together.
girl.
Hold up.
He wasn't attracted to men.
Only
So
other girl.
monogamish is cheating together. Together, not apart. An open
Explain a little more.
relationship.
Explain a little more.
An open relationship is when you both see people outside of what you have.
Yeah.
Got you.
Monogamish is a term that he coined, which means they only cheat together. They only
No
fuck other people
self-respecting
together.
man
Whether
is
they're
gonna allow his
Self-respectful
girl
man?
Get
to
smashed by
fuck another
another man.
guy.
I don't
That's
agree with that.
impossible.
I don't agree with that.
That's
Not
total bullshit.
happening.
So there's a
I'm
whole
not doing
lifestyle,
that.
and I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, called swinging, which we've also discussed.
Swinging
And
is
in
different.
swinging, whether it's at a sex club or whether you find another couple, there's like the couple swapping thing.
Yeah, but
So-
that's people that are damaged sexually.
Or maybe they're
They
one
think they
better.
have a
They
problem
probably
with
have a better
Nah,
sex than
I'm gonna
you.
tell you. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I have a theory on that, man. Those like consent parties where like you gotta ask to touch their arm, ask to touch their knee, ask to touch their hair, etc.
Okay.
like that, and then you have sex with those people. But I think what it is these are people who have experienced sexual trauma, right? And let me just get it out. There are people who experience sexual trauma, and what they're trying to do is belittle the act of sex, so it belittles the trauma they experienced in their past. So, for example, they got raped, and they're like,
That's
"Yo,
what I'm
but if
saying,
sex
so
is just
serious.
frivolous and it means nothing, then the rape that I experience also means nothing." I think it's their way of dealing with that.
So
shit.
I've never
Yeah,
had sexual
that's kinda
trauma,
serious.
and
I've
I only
never had
have done
sexual
things
trauma
like
either.
that just to meet people that are like me. And the consent part is to make sure that just because I go to a sex party doesn't mean I want to fuck everybody in there.
Yeah.
Right.
I might not
Yeah,
want
you
to,
get to
right?
pick.
So
Where the fuck are these sex parties? Why they not in my email
There's
inbox?
one in the Queens. I'll send it to
Chemistry
you.
in Brooklyn.
In
That's a
Queens,
really
I've
popular
gone.
one.
It was
Yeah,
fun
people
too.
invite me to them.
And
shit
Hot
all the
girls
time.
go.
For real?
Oh,
Me and my friend went. If I showed you my friend, both of y'all would want to. She's
You know
hot.
what?
Like,
If you want to come, I'll invite you to one.
That's
you
right.
Can't,
The
you can't go.
you guys can't go alone.
yeah,
You
guys
can't go
can't be
alone.
It's
alone.
sexist because it'd be just dudes.
So I've
in there
actually never had
whacking off.
sex in them, but
You've
I
never
would-
had sex there.
I've never had sex in one.
Exactly. It's gonna be the ugly
But-
girls with fucking pink
but
hair.
A girl fucks
It's
a
gonna
guy.
be a women's march.
All the
It's gonna
girls
be
that
a
look like
bunch of-
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Every girl in there
You
look
ever
like Tekashi
smashed
6ix9ine.
there?
Yeah, I went to a sex club and
You
had sex.
smashed?
Yeah.
Nah, no doubt.
You had sex at the sex club.
Yeah, I did.
With whom?
Well, with girls. So
God.
it was 3 couples, and I let 3 couples play with me. But the women ate me out, and the guys were on. Like,
Why didn't you fuck the guys? I
When
never asked you
it's
that.
so funny. When I got there,
You
I
use
realized I
condoms?
didn't want. Yeah, there was condoms everywhere. But
Okay.
when I got there, I realized I didn't want to be fucked by a guy. So I did deal with couples, and one of the couples did bring a strap on. So I got fucked with a strap on with the last.
This
couple.
shit is like the Golden Corral of fucking sex.
It's
a
fun.
buffet
And
like a
honestly, it's people
motherfucker.
that have been together a while. Like,
but
they have
Exactly.
very secure and very strong relationships. I mean, even when I talk to a man and his girl comes over, it's not like, oh, who is this? She's like, oh, hey. It feels really open. Some kumbaya shit sometimes.
I
some
got
white
some
people shit
best
sometimes.
friends
but-
A lot
out
of
there.
drugs is involved,
I got
right?
some very
Oh, I
close
was drunk as
friends.
fuck.
I
Yeah,
mean,
come on.
best friends in the whole world that I love more than anything. I don't even let them wear sneakers I really like. I ain't letting anybody fuck my
ain't
girl.
letting nobody
man.
fuck my
It's
girl.
not-
But
it's
that's
not-
also crazy.
So
Not
a
my
lot of people
wifey.
like
I
to
don't
be
even like
cucked.
niggas that fucked my girl.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that. Nigga,
yeah,
die.
yeah.
He'll die.
Yeah.
But you attach this to trauma, and it's something that I heard you guys say on the show. Even in relationships, women cheat for emotions, and I
Yes.
think what we try to bring about in the podcast is women just want to fuck, just to fuck too.
I don't believe that.
Yes,
Let
it
me-
is.
we had a
Yes, it
live
is.
show, right?
Yes, it is.
We had a live show.
Yes,
In
it
the
is,
live
y'all.
But
show,
y'all,
we
you're-
met a
you're not
girl
built
that
for that.
got DP'd. We had a girl that brought her
No,
boyfriend
you're
that
not.
allows her to fuck other men.
Yes.
This is all at our live show. We only had 250 people. I mean, the teacher that rapped that was at your show came to ours. Like, people like freaky shit, and
Yeah.
they're so scared to say it because someone's gonna say they've
Hold
been
on.
raped. Or they're
go-
whores.
go
and
ahead, go ahead,
They think
Andrew.
that we have these fucked up parts of our head. Like, no, I watch nasty shit
I
in
think
porn.
women.
I
I
fuck
think
like that.
I agree with some of the things y'all saying, but I think that y'all have to put yourselves in these extreme scenarios to not give a fuck about sex. Like you have to fuck the dude in this party with all these people while you're drunk to not have an emotional attachment. I think all girls
There's
get
a
emotionally
lot
attached.
of guys that I have fucked and have not had emotional attachment to them, but I like their dick and how they made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
But moving forward, it's like the person I've been fucking now. I've been fucking him for 4 years, and I don't want to be with him.
Nice.
But I enjoy how he makes me feel, and he makes me orgasm through his dick, which a lot of guys cannot do.
Penetration, she means.
penetration. And so because I get that from him, that's all our
He's
relationship
never
is.
told you he loves you or nothing?
No, I don't need that.
That's dope. Really?
He don't ever want to spend time with you? Like, let's go to Starbucks. Let's go to...
No.
No, like
go to Chipotle.
I await the WID text from him. Although that's I wouldn't want that from
What's
another
that? What
nigga.
What's that? What's that?
What you doing?
That means
After a certain time, WID means
that
come
means
get
is
this
you
dick.
free?
What you doing?
Come put this
W-I-
dick in your
How does
mouth.
WID mean what you-
WID.
WYD.
Oh, why? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. What you said? Why? You
Yeah,
misspelled
I'm like,
it?
I mean, or commonly known as you up.
Yeah, but I think it's
Where's
important
your
to know
dick?
that a lot of women feel like this. Y'all may think that we have this emotional attachment with every man that we have sex with, but I don't believe so at
You're not
all.
supposed to
and
think
Listen,
like
you
this,
know
yo.
what's the craziest thing that we get
You're
from our
You're
letters,
not supposed
honestly?
to think like this.
We have
You're
a
not
lot of
built to
virgins.
think
Oh,
like
listen to what
this.
she said. Listen
What's
to
your
what she
name again? I'm sorry.
Mandy.
Mandy. Your
Nasty.
bodies
Her
are
name
not
is
built for
Nasty.
this. Your bodies are not built
Don't
for
shame
this.
her.
I'm not
You
shaming
really are,
her.
though.
What does that
I'm
mean?
telling
She like
you,
being
no,
nasty, though.
The
They ain't shaming her.
physiology of your body, the biology of your body is not built to just take dicks from wherever.
Well, but then can I take
It's
it
just
from my
not.
man every night?
You can take
in
it
the
from your
morning,
man.
at night.
He ain't gonna fuck you that many times.
Sure.
The elasticity of your pussy is
It's a
all
muscle.
up to
Why you
Pussy-
Pussies are amazing.
Yo, real talk.
They should make
Yeah.
tires
Let
out of
me
pussy
ask-
lining.
Yeah.
Wait,
You definitely need, I'm serious.
Yes,
If they
true.
made tires out of
It's
pussy
true. That
lining,
shit lasts forever.
they-
That's a great
I did
year.
want to tell Charlamagne, you said who are doing this and things like that. We have a lot of letters from virgins, which
Okay.
blows my mind.
Blows it.
That are like, hey, I want to do all these kinky things, but I'm not sure who to find to do it. I'm scared to tell people I'm a virgin. These are things I want. Like, these are from women that don't even know what sex is like, and they know they want it. It's something that we can all have the desire for,
ain't
but we're
mad.
so ashamed to
I'm not
say.
mad.
Trust me, I've been terrified since I broke up with my dude to meet a man and tell him about my show. Terrified. Wow. And I do
Oh yeah,
this
dating.
for women.
When we talk about it, like we get shamed for being open about our sexuality.
How can
and
you
I
tell
feel like,
somebody that?
And I feel like it's because a lot of men feel like a woman is just supposed to have sex to please her partner, and that's it.
No.
and not feel liberated to just want to get her own nut too.
You admit that the
what I got
opportunity
toys
cost
for.
of sex
That's
for
what
a
we got
woman,
toys for.
Mandy,
Yeah, man, I
you
know
admit the opportunity cost for a sex with a woman is higher than with a man.
Say that again.
Oh, like you're
Like
getting
the
dick thrown more at
cost,
you.
right? Like the cost for sex for you is potentially a child. That's what your body thinks. Your body doesn't understand.
What do you mean?
birth
That's both
control.
of us.
No, I can leave it.
We out.
We can walk away.
There's a reason there's deadbeat dads. How many deadbeat moms, yo? Dead ass.
Walk away.
How many moms go? I'm going to the store and don't come back.
walk away.
And they out
I'm just
there.
going to
They
get
out
some
there.
cigarettes, babe, and don't come
No,
back.
but mind you, we're
Fucking
not.
phone call.
Okay.
I'm pregnant.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
But see,
Don't play it up.
but see, you're also talking to two women who are pro-choice. So, I mean, I think
And
that
use
that has to
condoms
do
like
with
a motherfucker, as
and I
Wax
use
has let us
condoms.
know.
I
He
love
got the
condom dick.
hookup.
Condom dick
got
to
it.
me
I got ya.
feels great.
Right.
My top 3 dicks in my life have come from condom dick.
Top
So I
3
don't
dicks.
know what I mean. I've had a lot of dicks, but
Yeah.
Of all of them, the top 3 have been.
But this is
condom
the thing.
dicks.
Even
So-
that, we've had doctors on. We've had women, a man with HIV, someone with herpes. We really try to
Yeah.
educate, like, while you have this frivolous sex, if you may, or if you do, whether it be with your man or whoever, be
Mm-hmm.
safe. I mean, whenever I have a new partner and I'm noticing we're fucking a lot, I send my results and I ask them to do the same.
After y'all fucked a lot?
No. If I use condoms, but if I see that, like,
so we
it's
could
getting
be depressed
somewhere.
together.
okay,
What the
got
fuck
you,
are we
got you.
doing?
Whoa.
Yo,
Why not? I just let you do it, and then I ain't gotta go.
Why do
That's
guys
what I
think
do.
that way?
That's
Why
what I
do-
do. Yo,
Listen, man.
Yo, you know
Listen,
why we
man.
do it?
If you got
First of
something, we
all,
fucked up.
that is how we get tested. You gotta get the pap
You
smear
did it.
every
I'm
year.
blaming on you anyway.
No.
You
You
get
should
a
be
pap
getting
smear
tested.
every
Look,
year, do you
I
not?
go to Planned Parenthood. I love to put money back into Planned Parenthood. I go every 90 days. It's a piss test and blood. It's in
You
and
go
out.
every 90 days?
Every 3 months is how
When I'm
how long you're
single,
supposed to go to
only
the doctor.
because when I'm single, I'm sleeping with people that are single too, right? And
Yeah,
even
you
though I'm
right.
protected,
Yeah, you right
I
about
don't know
that.
if they're sleeping with other women.
Hey, you right.
Listen, I agree with all that. I think that if you know, as long as you get checked out and you come back clean, we good. And we do a little earwax test. You know what I'm saying? When you dig put a little wax out on your
And then
finger, you put it in there. If she
yeah.
jumps, she got something.
got
You leave it
something for
alone.
sure.
So I think between that and
Earwax.
y'all getting checked every 90 days, I think we clean out here.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
And that's what has been so hard with this show. I've had people tell me, like, you're influencing women to go fuck. No, I'm influencing women that are in relationships to fuck how they want to fuck, to ask for what they want, whether you want to invite someone in, just be safe.
no
But
man.
stop feeling so oppressed to fucking fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
like
too
there's
young.
women that ask us, am I too old for my hoe phase? Is it too early for my hoe phase? So even the last episode, we just talked about 5 things to get off your hoe bucket list. So we had 5 things that that you should do if you just want to enjoy being a free spirit.
Can we have those 5?
hear
What's
that.
the 5?
Do you have the,
Yeah,
one of
so
them
the
was...
5 I remember the first one was have a one-night stand.
Fuck
Man,
wax.
it's like,
The second one was fuck a celebrity
Or an athlete.
okay.
or a comedian.
Oh, we did. We talked about comedians.
We said
Threesomes and group sex.
threesomes and group sex.
Okay.
Can you remember any other?
That's three. Two more.
I
Alex,
can't
you
remember the other one. I think it was be assertive. Women very rarely ask
like
for
so.
sex.
So ask for like buy a guy a drink. Pretty much tell him you want to fuck him. Like so,
do that all
by
the time.
do this by sending a guy a drink. Don't wait for the dick to come to you. Go to the dick.
I'm supportive of this.
You're
Yeah, I mean, that's all fun and games until the woman is in a position of power and she's Harvey Weinsteining you.
wait.
That's when being assertive turns into
Make
something
me
else.
a star, bitch. The fuck
What do you mean go home? I gotta go home if I don't like it.
Eat your pussy, Helen Mirren. Okay.
And what's the fifth one?
Oh, I think it was get kinky. Like do something really
Yes.
freaky.
That was the other one.
And
that's
freaky
kinda
is
good.
a
don't
different
think that
thing for
women should be
everybody,
more
right? To me,
conservative
freaky
sexually?
is feet.
You don't think that
Feet?
they should be more?
Why would a woman have to
gotta
be
come back
more
to that.
conservative sexually when if there's something that gets her off? Why not? Like so.
Here's why.
Why do you want
Because
conservative pussy?
I'll
Get
tell
the
you
legal
why.
pussy.
Y'all
Because
didn't-
your
y'all didn't think
bodies
it was
are
boring.
rejecting it. Think
does that
about it.
mean?
STDs fuck y'all over way more than us.
Yeah,
We get HPV, you don't even see it. You get HPV, you get pussy cancer.
That's
That's God telling you stop taking dicks all the time. You don't notice that?
I gotta slow down.
Yo,
I get one dick a
First of
year.
all,
I'm just
89% of women have HPV, so it's not
What
the
is that?
11%.
What is that?
What
Yeah,
acronym is
11%
that?
aren't
What
taking
acronym
dicks.
is
What is
that?
that?
What is it? HPV?
HPV?
Yeah, hot pussy virus.
Hot pussy
Hot pussy virus. Son. That shit is hot down there, bro. All I'm saying is,
It's a virus that for
conservative with sex-
men it doesn't do anything,
Do
but
you
it
guys
could give
not
you
think
genital
they're
warts.
boring?
you know how
You
hard
guys
it
not
is.
want freaks?
You know how hard it is for dude, and I'm not saying it's more difficult for men to get AIDS through regular sex. If you're having butt sex with a dude, that's different.
Right.
But you know why though? Because the sphincter muscle is normally tearing during anal, and
Yeah.
so it's blood exchange.
Yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
do you
But
want to
there's
pay
no
me and
blood
tear my
exchange.
fucking sphincter muscle?
Well, first of all,
We
you
can
don't
use
get AIDS
lube.
with
Trying to
strap.
kill people.
There could be lube,
I see
and
you,
then
man.
with pegging, you can talk about the size that you want to take. So if you want to start small, we can get a small.
And by
I
the way,
wanna
the
start
pegging,
invisible.
it's not shaped like a dick. So like everybody's saying this is gay. When I've pegged dudes, it's like a cylinder.
It's not gay.
It's not gay.
It's
not gay.
So you know how a dildo looks like a dick? It's got the head and
Somebody
the
tell
balls.
me, yo, I got.
You put your dick on another man's toothbrush. Stop it.
right.
No, I think I just jerked
His
off
mouth
on
was
it.
on
I
your
jerked
dick
off on
wax.
it.
You put his nut on another man's toothbrush.
How did you even come? What were you thinking
tasted your
about?
nut.
Son.
Hold on.
What did you
Another
think
man
about?
tasted your nut.
No, he didn't.
That's gay, yo. That's gay.
Yo,
That's
that's
gay.
kinda-
If a man
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
What it tastes like? Weed and chicken?
I don't know. Whenever I ate that shit, that's
That
what
wax
it tastes
nut
like.
tastes like weed and chicken.
What's the strand?
What
Cock.
you mean you didn't put any? What you mean the nut? You didn't put your dick on the toothbrush?
I did. I just jerked off on the.
And
what did you
then
think
when
about?
you shoot it, you gotta paste it on like the fucking toothpaste.
My shit was like pop. Now you gotta hold.
It was
that
like
shit.
pop.
You
Aimed
gotta
it?
put right at it.
Why
yeah.
did you come on it and not just like put it in, like wipe your ass with it or something?
That's better.
That's normal.
'Cause I told
You
God I
gotta
wasn't
insert
gonna
it.
beat nobody up, so I started dealing with shit. I was like putting shit on people and putting shit on their cars.
So
and
you
shit.
came in his mouth inadvertently.
Yes, you did. You did, bro.
Fuck.
You did. You did. That man
You
ate
know
your
what? You've
nut.
been steering away, and I'm telling you, you went closer to a Seriously.
That ain't gonna
You
never
think you
happen.
think you could convince Wax to get paid?
Not happening. And I want to smash her too.
I don't-
But I'm.
Oh yeah, he been all in the DMs, all up in
What?
it. He been all in the DMs.
This is
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Whoa! Time out! Time out!
Son.
Time out!
Wax, let's just clarify something real quick. These girls have been here for 1 hour.
Whoa.
Wax already in the DMs.
When was
No,
it?
no,
When
no,
I
was
would
no,
say it
no,
was
no,
back
no.
in the day.
It's
It
back
was.
in the day. It's
When we
back in
first
the day.
started our show, I
in the
loved
day.
listening to
She's
Wax,
being nasty
and I
and
asked him
shit.
to come on, and then it was.
It was more
At
like,
least
well,
little
can I
Insta
come
snap
on
pretty
you?
feet.
Oh, so you offered Wax some pussy?
No, I wanted him to come on our show,
Yeah,
but then he kept
But-
talking about my feet, and I got scared.
Man,
But I
she
thought
told
feet,
me
you
that.
said feet
She
was your
told me that.
fetish.
I said feet are like too freaky for that's freaky to me. So
No,
like,
feet
that's
are
the-
freaky.
Wait,
to me.
hold up. Feet are freaky?
Listen, we ask
Freaky
every
is different
episode,
to everybody.
would you rather lick ass or suck toes?
Oh, I don't want to suck them or anything. Feet are
Thank
like
you,
eyes.
bro.
I
What would
just
you
don't
rather
Yeah,
do?
ask me the
Would
same
you rather
thing.
eat a girl's ass
Yeah.
or suck on her toes?
eat a girl's ass.
Me too.
No, but no.
Feet
wait,
freak
you-
me out.
You're
I done did
misunderstanding.
both in one night.
Something about
Regular
feet.
to me.
Nah, bro. You see that video that 50 posted of I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Yayo. I
They
don't know
said
who
you
it was.
saying that's Yayo. I don't know if that's
I hope
Yayo
it
or
wasn't
not.
him, but
you
he
mean?
was deep throating
Sucking
the
the
foot,
toes.
bro. That shit
Wait,
was crazy. He had the whole
what?
Oh, I
foot
did
in his
see
mouth.
that. I
That
did
made me
see
feel
I do that all the
uncomfortable.
You said one time
Nah,
that
Put the
man.
You
whole
deep
foot in
throat
your mouth?
feet?
Never.
I told her the time.
No, a toe at a time. That's like baby dick.
Yeah, I don't do the whole foot.
That's like
Man,
baby
that's what I'm saying.
toes
You
and
can't
baby
do that.
dicks.
You might as well eat the regular drumstick. I'm not doing that.
I don't know.
Only flats, man.
The only thing I imagine is
Eat
starting with the
cake.
heel.
But I only eat flats, yo.
So why is too freaky for you?
So you said it best once. You put up a video and you said, why is it when you say, oh, you have nice hair, nice tits, but the feet makes you feel like someone's going to kill you? I feel the same way. Something about the feet freaks me out. But all of our freaky, I say that to say all of our freaky is different. Spit in my mouth, not that crazy.
I love spit in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Try to put my toe in your mouth,
obvious.
I'm bugging out. I'd rather
they
eat
put
ass
what?
than suck toes.
Oh, they put your toe in your mouth. I don't want any, but my thing with feet is I just think they're a beautiful part of the body. Like
you.
it's
I
just
said the
like
same thing.
eyes. I want them to look beautiful. I don't want them to be crooked.
Do you like foot jobs?
No, you don't have to do anything with your feet. It's like
I said
arms.
the
Like I
same
don't need you to
thing,
do anything
yo.
with your arm, but it could be
But
pretty
yeah,
looking.
I'm gonna tell you
Legs,
something.
like
You know when pretty feet look amazing? When you're on top of a girl missionary and you got her legs in the air and you just happen to look to the left or the right and two pretty pedicures.
What's your color?
Yeah, I like red. I like red.
That's mine out right
toenails.
now.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
But that's the thing, though. What's too freaky to y'all?
yeah, what's too freaky?
Pegging.
Besides the pegging.
Yeah.
Aside the pegging.
Doing anything like
Aside
that.
from
A dude
the pegging.
fucking my girl, man.
Yeah,
Why
that's
can't
a-
y'all
that's
understand
really-
that's weird
Wow.
for
Too
us?
much.
We're
I think
territorial
that's an
beings.
insecurity with
Yo,
men, though.
think about well, here's the thing. I'll be
I
honest.
think it's a possessiveness. I don't think it's an insecurity.
I like
you know
that
what,
too.
You know what this shit is though? Well, it's a possessive too, but the homosexual insecurity is women's fault.
Please
Break it down,
explain.
break it down.
Please explain.
Because
Absolutely not.
if we do anything gay, it lowers our reproductive value, right? Are you gonna? If we do anything gay, it lowers our reproductive value. Are you gonna fuck a dude that used to swallow cum?
I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yo, get the fuck out of here! That's crazy.
They promoting that show. They promoting that show.
Fuck out of here!
Like, I'm not.
Oh, would I ever fuck a gay dude or a bisexual
And some
dude?
dude was like, "Yo, your man used to suck my dick mad good and swallow my cum."
You didn't say that.
Son,
You
didn't
said
say
a man
that.
who swallowed
You just
cum.
said a guy who had done it
Somebody
before.
saw a little waxes coming and didn't suck his dick. So what do you mean?
I might have fucked that nigga. I don't know.
I'm talking about sucking dick, swallowing cum. The reality is, maybe not y'all, because you're very open. But most women, if a
No,
guy
you're
has
right.
done,
You're absolutely right.
if
And we
a guy
get
has done
into
some
that.
gay shit, right, they're not gonna fuck with him.
Andrew, I hear you.
Oh, you're right. On
What's
that,
that?
that was the episode of Insecure
Oh,
about that.
Insecure.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
boom.
yeah, yeah.
So here it is, right?
That
so,
bothered me.
So
That
look,
did bother me too.
So you have
I
a guy
wasn't
who
here
does
for
any
that.
gay shit and girls won't fuck him anymore, right? So that's why we protect our masculinity with our lives. We'll literally fight someone if they say that we're gay, because if we get
Stop
the
listening
gay
to
logo, we can't reproduce
But we
no
try
more.
to
really just
desensitize
feel like
that.
women-
because
You
women,
can
it's
eat
okay.
pussy. You can eat pussy all you want,
okay.
and we gonna still fuck you and marry
also
you. That's
What
why y'all do
what you're
gay
saying
shit.
is it makes girls fall back from you. So the number of girls that
Lowers our
probably potentially
reproductive
like you,
value.
oh, he's gay. Don't worry about
That's
it.
why men are on the
I think
DL,
y'all
and
just
it's
don't
so
openly
fucking
talk
sad.
about
Yeah.
it
You know,
because
men are on the
It's
DL
up to
fucking other
you.
men because
If
they're so
you guys
scared
are
to tell
more
somebody.
comfortable, if you guys are comfortable fucking dudes that suck dick, all of a sudden dudes are gonna be out there sucking dick.
Well, let me hear y'all break it down because you said the Insecure episode y'all didn't like.
Yes.
Right.
And the reason y'all didn't like it, I'm sure, because he was being
Well,
open.
he was being honest, and that's what I was gonna say. I feel like a lot of guys maybe have experimented, or I mean, a lot of black men have. If you've been incarcerated, I feel like if you're in there for a certain amount of time, you've probably done
I
something
wasn't
Mm-hmm.
with
in
a
there
man.
long enough. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm going to tell you why it's such a big problem for me. I had a man tell me once that he wasn't gay, and he had sex with a man only because he was so scared to ask his girl to peg him. And that shit hurt me because you can't even be open with. I think he was married to her. You just can't be open with your partner and tell them what you want. So now you got to go fuck a dude that you didn't even really want.
You didn't text him GTFOB. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Or
Thank
whatever
you,
the fuck.
Charlamagne.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just because
you want some
somebody told you
man
don't mean
dick.
it's real.
I mean, but
I wasn't. This dude had nothing. I was at a fucking music
women
festival.
believe
Say he's not
No,
gay.
it's crazy
Y'all
because
believe
I don't think he was.
anything.
I don't think he was
because
saying
when,
it. To,
when you
for
talk
me
to a guy who's open about what they done, like I've had a guy who identified as straight, but he liked niggas to suck his dick, and I think it was
Gay.
more of like that's gay. Even though
Gay.
he's not being
That's the
gay.
coldest one
I
ever,
don't
though.
know.
Sister Soldiers
Like,
said that.
Can we just
Yay.
pause for a second?
What?
Can we just pause for a second?
Yes, and I didn't mind
You
if
should have been paused this conversation. The whole conversation in one long pause.
That's how petrified dudes are of the what's it called, the stigma of gays. We invent these games like no homo, pause, that kind of shit because it loses our reproductive value. But anyway, so this dude used to like getting his dick sucked by dudes.
Yes.
And you thought you were like, oh, that's his thing.
I mean, to me, and I mean, he tried to explain it how he thought like it was more of a power thing, having that power over a man to have
So
him
play
on his
basketball.
knees, I guess.
Or it's gonna dunk on that nigga,
No,
man.
play
Yeah, you just dunk on that motherfucker.
Yo, you know how
box,
lazy
you
you are as
are.
a dude that you don't even learn a crossover?
To me, can I be
like
complete-
learn a crossover, drop
Right,
them, then you
but-
feel the power.
But this
Getting
conversation
your
is
dick
why
sucked.
there's so many men on the down low.
Good.
And they're doing things, but that's not good as a woman. Like, I want a man to be honest about what he likes, what turns him on, and that's why we talk about communication. communication.
I want a
all the
man
time.
to be honest too. If you're gay, be gay. We accept
Jim
you.
over there.
But
I
y'all
think
don't
so.
accept
Chill
gays.
out.
That's
Who's-
the thing.
no, who's- who
Oh,
don't?
Okay,
And
maybe
look what you did
guys
last
do.
week
We're not
with,
gonna
What
say
I do?
y'all.
with Abe Lincoln. I listened last night and I rolled my eyes.
Last year.
Chris was
Not
like,
last
"Oh,
episode,
you know,
yeah.
Abe Lincoln might be gay,"
Penetration.
and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
don't do this to him."
Yo, son, I can't. Yo, son, I
was the best
can't.
thing
Yo,
said.
real talk, and I'll address that, but I can't take credit for this because the dude hit me up in the DMs about it. He's one of the listeners. If you did, it was really funny. So we were talking about Abraham Lincoln being gay, and he was like, "Yo, but if Abraham Lincoln was really gay, then why would he get rid of slaves?"
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
son,
That's
think
real.
about it.
That makes a lot of
Think
sense.
about it, bro. You got
breaking
the
the buck.
finest black dick
Breaking the buck.
on the
That's
universe.
what breaking the buck was. Breaking the buck was when they used to fuck slaves in the ass.
Hey.
They'll take somebody like Wax,
man.
a big motherfucker, and break
I don't wanna hear
his
that.
buck.
I'm so glad that wasn't the
That's
birth of a
how I
nation.
Thank God I came in the 80s.
That's the
Thank
real
God.
men didn't
I'd
go
have been-
fighting.
Thank God. Thank God. Oh, man.
Did you just say thank God I wasn't here in the 80s?
No, I said, thank God I was born in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
You know, you said something about the down low thing, right? I think
Yes.
that is the difference between being on the down low and not just wanting people in your business. Like, you don't have to tell everybody your sexual preference. I respect y'all
Yeah.
that do, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
But it's not tell everybody your business because
Down
it
low
could
is
even be your
generally like,
partner.
I'm scared of what people will
Yeah,
say.
and I've talked to so many people. A lot of men are scared. Well, if I tell her I like this, or if we do it, when we're done, she's gonna expose me. So there's a lot of people who are scared that a woman may go talk bad about them because they enjoy certain things,
But if
whether
you
they like
it, then
pegging.
But the problem
Because
is, think
a lot
about
of
even with black
Yo,
men,
because even
right?
the girls that
people
think
will
about it.
shit on them
what
all
did
the time once they find out they're gay. It takes you. It's already hard enough to
But
get
who
up the totem pole,
cares? People
let
shit
alone
on
you
me
say
all
you
the time
gay.
about other
How hard
things.
is it going to be
Who
to stay up
cares?
there
Yeah.
when
And
someone
that's
thinks
what
you're
you
gay?
like. Why you
Look
care?
at Frank Ocean. Tyler, the Creator, just admitted I think that he was bisexual.
yeah.
Things like that. It's very, very hard, and it could jeopardize your livelihood.
Frank Ocean fell off because his music was trash. I didn't give a fuck about him taking dick.
That gay thing.
His music got whacked. That's what
But
it was.
It took a long time for him to say it, and that's what I'm saying. You had to
Yeah.
grow the name Frank Ocean to be able to at least admit it, and it can really affect people's livelihood. Especially, I really believe black men.
Because what is it, Michael Sam?
Totally cool
He
with
had
it.
what 1 year in the NFL, and then no
Trash,
one else wanted.
trash
He
to
wasn't
football
good
player.
enough.
Okay.
He just wasn't good. Chasing the wrong sacks, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was with Michael Sam. That's all it was with Michael Sam. You whack. You should have been focused on the football field. By the way, Michael Sam, and I'm gonna tell you how gay Michael Sam is.
Oh,
Because there's levels to gay.
there's levels to gay. Please break this
I
down.
saw Michael Sam floating around the set of Empire. He wasn't on the show.
He was floating.
He was just there. You know what I'm saying?
Hunting.
Hunting.
I'm gonna get me a
I'm like,
quarterback.
oh shit, that's Michael Sam. Like, it wasn't no studio audience there that day. Nothing. You just happened to be in Chicago, floating around the set of Empire. That's a different
Maybe
level.
he was someone's lover who's on the down low.
I know he was.
You know, you just know he was.
I do want to know. I would want to know. So we interview, like I said, everyday people. I think one of the biggest names we had was Rotimi. He mentioned he did golden showers.
Salute to
If I
Rotimi.
could interview anybody, it'd be you. I really want to know. My question for you would be, what's the kinkiest thing you've done or want to try?
The kinkiest thing I've done is probably a finger in the ass.
Really?
Oh, you're one step away from pegging.
No, I'm not.
Did you like it or were you uncomfortable the whole time?
I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
I didn't tell her go deeper.
But yeah, why you did it?
Yeah.
How'd you get there? Like, were you guys fucked up? Like, how did it?
I think she was just trying to disrespect
Set
the
the
shit
scene.
out of me, bro.
Word, she got your ass, and that's what the fuck you get.
She wanted
Bum ass.
Did you do something where you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to let it take
Hard.
it?
I mean, I've been with her 20 years, and I've been a dog. I've fucked her cousins and her best friends. I've done foul shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now we shaming? Hold on. Oh, now we shaming. Oh, now sex is wrong.
They was doing me dirty out
Now
there.
they're sex is- Y'all out here trying to convince dudes to let other dudes smash their wife, but the second he smashes white friends is, oh. That's what I'm saying. That's phony, man. Deep inside of us, we all feel
Look,
the
I'm
same
trying to keep
way.
the same energy, but cousin,
No, I mean, double standards exist, and they exist within women as well as men.
That's
And
not
I
a kink,
I
though.
was telling
Fucking
her,
a cousin,
it's
that's
not
a-
a kink. It's not a
I feel
kink.
like the going too far is when you actually feel like, shit, I can't believe that just fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? When you're
I mean, but
thinking
it's
about it
already
after.
done.
you know what that happened to me with? A dude recently, like the last 6 months, and it was the dude that was my man, put his foot on my fucking face when he was
With
fucking
Tim's
me.
on.
I fucking tapped his ankle. I said, get off me. And I was sitting in the bathroom contemplating, like,
Look,
did I go
he's
too
like,
far?
Hey,
Who's
bro.
on top of you?
I'm
He was
not
fucking
gonna
me from
lie.
behind
Yeah,
and like
and
put
put
his
his
foot
foot
on my head.
Put his knee on his back.
Bro, that was too
everything.
far.
Nah, you gotta
To
get
me,
right.
He was
it
tall.
For some reason, calling
When I
me a
got my
slut
butt
wasn't
ate-
as bad as that. Like,
When I got my
I
butt
was like,
ate,
you love me
kicked her?
anymore?
I didn't kick her, but like I lift the leg and she went down for it, and then she tried to come back up. I just put that heel right here, and put the head right back there. We not finished down there just yet.
Look, heel tap.
No heel tap. That's it.
Heel tap.
I don't know. I guess for the women listeners listening though, I know of guys that will kick a bitch for going too low. So I feel like that's why we talk about communication and knowing what your partner wants. Well, even when you said you got your ass licked, you didn't know until she was down there, or you prefer a woman to just surprise you. And to me, as a woman, you could get kicked licking the wrong man's ass. So this is kind of even why we talk. I think every episode we talk about communication. So whether he's your lover, your partner, your friends with benefits, someone you've been with for years, I think you guys need to openly discuss.
What
your
if I
hard
like
limits
some shit? Like my fear with getting the finger in the butt is, what if I like it?
There's nothing wrong with liking it.
Well, let me finish. What if I like it and it's something that most girls don't do? So now I have this thing that I really enjoy, but most of the girls that I'm having sex with will not be into it. So I'd almost rather not know. It's like a delicious dessert. Like I don't even want to know I like chocolate mousse cake. You know what I mean? Because then I might not be able to get it.
But that's what makes it a delicacy, right?
I mean, honestly, what you're saying, I totally.
Yeah, maybe I gotta look at it like a delicacy.
I feel like that about
that.
BDSM.
So
Asking men to dominate me makes them either look at me like I'm a slut, makes them.
are you kidding? What happened to men? That's how pussy.
Charlamagne,
you right.
You don't know what I like.
What do you like?
Yeah, go ahead, break it down.
Now I feel
What do
like
you call domination? I'm looking at the scars on your leg. You really be
those
fucking up.
scars!
Yeah, what did you tell you, like tied up or something?
So I like to take it I can make a whole day out of it. Like telling me what to do, what to wear, telling me like the second I get in the door what I have to do, whether it be get on my knees or not look this way, call a certain name. Actually, I got spanked before, and he told me pick a number, and I said 6. And when I put my hands down to get spanked, I had to call them out.
Counting the numbers.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And
talk about the blindfold.
Real extreme domination.
Is something
right?
wrong with us? I'm
but
liking
these are the things
it.
that
I like. Yeah, this sounds fun.
It's
tiring.
You realize, I feel like telling you what to do. This is just marriage, like in their 20s. Like I feel like you're a throwback girl.
And that's the funny thing, because I'm really not.
How old are you? If you don't mind
27.
asking. Wow.
So
Same.
Let me tell you
They didn't
something.
make the models when I was coming up.
And the thing is, right? So Mandy works.
Program. It's the chicken. Eat my chicken. I get you right.
What were they gonna think, right? Men were way more judgy back then. It wasn't cool to be slut.
And that's the thing with even our show. So we're both in corporate. I work at an investment bank, and she works in tech. So even to be able to discuss us liking these things and being this freaky without being in the sex industry is something that we want to show. Like all women are kind of have these fantasies or fetishes and things that they like.
Y'all coworkers listen to y'all podcast?
You know what y'all need to do? Bring the beer to your office.
Well, I actually went
Look,
to
I
the
wore this
cafeteria
today.
one
This
time,
was
and
too
someone recognized my voice in my office.
Really?
And I was just like, this is not who I need. And he's like, oh, I got everyone in human capital, which is HR, listening to the show, but didn't know that I worked in the building. So it's definitely something that I want to keep separate from work, just because it is a conversation. And even she had an issue at her job before because of the topics that we talk about. This can make a lot of people
Our cover art's
uncomfortable.
pretty crazy. I mean, we got bananas coming on the side
Coming
of
in
our
our
mouth.
mouths. We couldn't even get a
I'm
Snapchat
sorry.
filter.
They're moving towards our mouth.
Well, you know what you got to do. You got to invite your bosses to a sex party.
Yeah, I see how they really are. That's what
I already got the job.
I said bring the beer to the office.
I mean, in the tech field, like
Bring the bear.
It's like them beer that go to golf.
it's lax, but it's not. And I don't want anybody to ever hold against me one day.
Yeah, to
like,
go
let me take
dance,
this
a dancing
from you. I'm
bear.
the youngest woman in my office.
What is a bear? What is
The
y'all
dancing
talking
beer.
A bear is a gay guy.
No,
a
it
fat
ain't.
gay
Yes,
guy.
it is.
That's a cub.
No,
A bear is a gay term. Yes,
Yo,
it is.
bro,
A gay guy.
bro, you know what I'm talking about?
Yo,
the
wow.
dancing bear.
Illegal
Come
shit.
save me before they overthink I'm
about?
gay.
A fat gay man.
bear
Chill
is
out,
a
man.
fat-
Hey, get over here.
Come
Get over
here.
here.
Wait.
Get over here.
You got a type of dude?
We know
Wax?
it. We know what he's
Them prayer hands on your head got a dick in between them.
What's it called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the dancing bear.
Warming it up.
Wait, he comes to the office and like all the girls in the office like suck his dick, right?
Exactly. That's
Who?
He's dancing in a bear costume.
Oh, in the porn.
Yeah, in the porno.
Oh yeah, I be watching that shit.
I don't know
really
what you was
thought you
talking
was
about.
talking
Y'all going
in
crazy.
I didn't know they go to the office.
Me too.
You been trying to get me all day.
Yo, Wax, that was one of the wildest things you ever said.
Yo,
man.
it's
You
a
know what-
dancing
you know
bear
what
that
you
comes
are
to
to
the
us,
office
Wax?
with all the ladies,
You-
and he smashed all the ladies, and the ladies be giving head and shit.
I think you just made that up right now. You
really
just got
did.
him to
Yo,
co-sign
bro.
it. Like he didn't even
Brandon
seem
saved
confident
you.
when he was
Right,
saying
he
it.
did.
He was
They really
like,
having a costume.
yeah, this
Like,
a
You know what I'm
bear.
talking
You
about.
said
Yeah.
she's been trying to get you all day. Let me tell you what you are. You are
Because
like
she
the
said
girl
she
that
hate
acts
me.
like she too prissy or too good to give you some pussy. That's what your asshole feels like to us today.
And that nigga is a whore. He should be the third mic on y'all goddamn podcast.
We about to have him
That
on.
nigga is nasty. You hear me?
I'm not. No,
Disgusting.
I'm not.
How nasty?
What's the nastiest thing you've done?
Down a lot.
What's nasty to you?
Besides, we already talked about how you used to jump girls.
You be spanking titties and shit? What kind of nasty shit?
It's
you do?
whatever the girl want.
What do you mean jump?
I was getting paid
Explain
for
jump girls.
He
please.
said jump girls as in like he would train them. Like,
Yeah, run trains on them.
Yeah, and
that's
he used to
it,
come-
that's it. But we call the girls jumps because they jump off. We jump them off.
Do you
together.
like to do nasty things with
that-
girls that
wait,
you
real
like
quick,
that
so
you
is
have
that
real
3
interest in?
guys? Is
Yo,
that 3 guys,
y'all don't
right?
think that's a little gay?
Listen.
Over 2, because 2 is a threesome.
All
2
right,
guys is a threesome,
y'all
right?
Y'all know the girl that was.
We don't
sucking
call
a
it a
bunch of dicks
threesome.
inside
Here we
the
go.
bathroom in high school. Everybody had that girl.
Yeah.
That just sucked the dick in.
We had that girl
Dude
in
smashing the
middle
bathroom.
school.
Everybody knew that girl.
It was
They
crazy,
called them
man. It was
jerk
really
offs.
sad.
But let me ask you though,
That's all.
with nasty things, like, do you do them with women that you're really interested in, or with girls you just met?
The nastiest thing I probably did was eat pussy.
Oh my
Nigga
No, I'm just
lying.
saying because
I hate him
because
because he
listen,
lies so much.
whoa.
The same guy that'll nut on a man's toothbrush.
Yo!
But the nastiest thing you did was eat a little pussy. Get the fuck out of here.
But what else to do?
This guy
Like
says
eat
anything.
ass or shit like that. Is that more nasty than eating pussy? I think eating pussy is the worst, right?
What about the putting the head into the sink with the water?
That's not free.
What about
That's just
role
regular
play? Like,
shit.
you ever do any role play or something? Like, how to girl
What is
does
he
it?
gonna act as? Hi, my name is Dexter. I work in an accounting firm.
Put
I'm
glasses
here
on
to
me
do your
and shit.
taxes. Fuck
I
outta
was a
here.
doctor before, but that's not like
What kind of doctor?
You've been
Wait, you was a
Yeah,
doctor during
yeah,
sex?
Listen.
And see,
I have fun. See, girls like to have the fun when
That motherfucker was Dr. Dre.
what did you do?
He put some Beats by Dre headphones on and turned on gin and juice, and he pretended to be Dr. Dre.
Hold on,
Get
did
the
you give
fuck
her?
outta
What did
here.
you do? Be like, let me give you a pat. Like,
She
what
had
you
a bunch
do?
of stuff. Girls like to get food and all a bunch of stuff. I play.
Okay,
with
food
ice.
is freaky.
Food, ice, all that type of shit.
What kind of food?
I like ice.
Mind you, he loves fat white women, so that's where the food comes into play.
It's
At.
everybody.
One of y'all please peg this motherfucker, man.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
work
ever
on it.
happening.
Well, you
Like,
just
if y'all
should-
looking to peg somebody, don't holler at me. If you want to give me some pussy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you some- What if I give you some pussy if you give me that ass?
Not happening.
All right, well,
It's
we'll
not
work,
that
we'll
deep.
work
Yo,
our
you
way
wouldn't-
there.
If Rihanna, what if
You ain't
Rihanna?
Trey?
What if
Never.
Rihanna?
Rihanna, I don't care if
Liar.
you're listening to this right now. Never is
lying.
going to happen.
lying.
Rihanna can't peg me.
Rihanna
Put
can't
my
peg
finger
me.
in my
What does
ass.
Rihanna do?
Zori
Zori.
can't peg me. Put my finger in my ass.
Zori's
Nothing.
What about the nail, the acrylic?
Nope.
Somebody lying.
Just the acrylic?
Listen, if you
Not
if you
even
go down,
the
give me a hand, and
fingers,
you
it's
start
a
licking my
tip.
ass, something like that, I ain't gonna punch you in your face. I'm be like, I'll probably move you all slow, so I'm like, all right, just chill out a little
Would you
bit.
let
Give me some
Rihanna
head.
Zori handcuff you?
To do what?
Just to handcuff you. They want to handcuff you.
Yo, you can make your
I
safe
ain't
word
fucking
Wakanda.
around.
That's mine.
Yo.
I'm not, I don't know.
What
That's
you would
scary.
You
do
said
it.
you handcuff him, it's yours?
What? I didn't say
What
that.
did you? Oh,
I said you can make your safe word Wakanda. That's mine.
Oh,
Wakanda's your safe word?
It makes me feel strong. It makes me take my fucking power back when I say
Yeah.
Wakanda.
wow.
See?
I like that shit.
So wait, how does the
in the day, I
safe
was
word
fucking
work?
smart.
Explain that.
So I use the safe word more so with spankings, but I do like I like to. That's like my shit.
You
So
like getting spanked.
right, but like not just like while I'm getting fucked. Like I like to bend over your knees. So I have a thing where like I like punish fucking, right? So where you do something bad to get fucked that way, and not something like I don't know, something crazy. But for my birthday, it was 2 weeks ago. I fucked this girl, so I told him about it when he got in the house, and I was like, are you mad at me? And so he told me to pull my panties down. And he bent me over his leg and he spanked me. While he was spanking me, I do red and yellow. Yellow means like, like
Harder.
not harder. Just like stop where you at.
This shit is a lot to remember.
And red is like completely stop. I'll say red or Wakanda. I feel like Wakanda might ruin the mood, but I've said yellow a few times.
What if you say Killmonger? What the fuck? Does he go like crazy?
Well, he was white, so I might have to kill him if it was Killmonger.
Shit. This
But-
is
yeah.
wow.
And are these guys aware of this like culture, or do you have to teach them about the BDSM?
So like the person that I'm dating now is like definitely aware of it. Like I've mentioned it in the past and they weren't really good at it, but I mean there's books about it, there's like movies, I mean there's ways to teach somebody how to dominate you.
You
Yeah.
said something interesting. You said that the guy when he put his foot on your face, you asked him, do you even love me anymore?
I mean,
And
I was joking, but it really, to me, that was too far. That made me feel like,
But isn't
because
that
I never
that's
asked
like
for
that.
it.
That's always been a stigma.
So
Remember
it's
when,
not what I
yeah.
like. It's
remember
like,
when guys used to be like, I don't let my girl suck my dick, and I'm like, why wouldn't you? That's stupid to me.
so I asked that because
I do not
It was something I
remember
never
that
asked for.
time in history.
So with submissiveness,
What time in history is this that guys were saying
Like the
don't suck
90s.
my dick?
I've had a guy
Whoa.
recently who would not let me suck his dick because
Oh, yeah,
he
herpes.
respected me.
Yeah, okay.
Which
He
is
might be
bullshit.
on his meat.
Nah,
That's
that's
why
not
she come on
why.
your lip.
No, but there's guys that say that.
Yeah,
He
I got
didn't want
herpes
to
on
do
his
that
meat.
shit it because he was probably putting it in dude's butts and it smelled like doo-doo. That's probably the reason.
What you was gonna say?
So with the submissive, right? 50 Shades of Grey highlighted a little bit, but you really do own all the power, right? I tell you what I want, whether it be beforehand, I give you pre-consent. I tell you exactly what I want. And the foot on the face thing was something he never asked me, and I felt like it was too far.
That would be fucked up if you're doing all this freaky shit with a girl, spanking her, letting her peg you, but when you put your foot on her face, you call rape.
I mean, I didn't say rape, but you know what? A lot of dudes told me that women don't like their pussy spit on. And to me, that's crazy. Dudes have told me, like, I've went down on a girl and they be like, don't spit on my pussy. To me, it's like, bitch, I'm already down here.
I'm licking it. It's same saliva.
Well, you said sometimes, so you heard that.
No, I heard that.
So it's the same shit.
I learned from Ghostface, man. If your pussy dry, spit on my dick. Then put it in. I don't gotta spit on your pussy. If your pussy dry, spit on my dick.
I mean, I don't think it means a dry thing. I think it could be a hot thing. Like, spit can be sexy. But, I mean, with submission, it's a lot of hard limits you have to have. Like, mine is anal. Like, don't just fuck my ass. Like, that's too
I
much
spit
of a
on your
surprise for me.
mouth.
I spit at you. Yeah.
You come up
You're
with
not
the shit you
spitting on
need.
me.
I don't think I really have hard limits.
Bitch, I hope you do. Maybe a homeboy coming in the house. That could be a hard limit.
Okay, yeah, like the whole shit you used to do with when the friend would come into the room.
The rape.
I might be like,
Yeah.
No, I do want to
The
tell
rape,
y'all
Mandy. Say
something
what it
about.
is. The rape.
No, it's not.
The rape wax used to
Wait, that's your hard limit is gang rape? Is that what you're trying to say? Gotcha.
well,
Okay.
and you know what? I would say 3 guys then, because I would
You've
do
been
a
with 2
threesome
guys?
with 2 guys. Yeah.
But a consensual threesome.
Hold up.
Consensual.
Yes.
Did they
yes.
do anything with each other?
Classic.
No, they didn't do anything with each other, but that is a fantasy
Were they
of mine.
both inside of you at the same time?
One in the mouth.
Like
Yeah.
DV?
Yeah.
Butt and
Or
vagina
DP?
though?
No, I've never done DP.
Because that shit is mad close.
Have you done
Have you
DV?
done that before?
No, I can feel my thumb when my thumb's in your butt, my dick's in your pussy. I can feel my thumb, so I'm not trying to feel some other dude's meat.
Oh.
Well,
yeah,
you're supposed to, like, make it a whole thing.
It's not a piston in a car. We gonna get the. You know what I mean? Come
I
on.
remember
Now.
one time we was running this train on this girl, and I wasn't involved in the train because my dick wouldn't get hard. It was too wide. It was 3 guys.
Oh.
No, 1, 2. It was 4 of us, 4 guys
That's
and 1
a lot.
girl. And I told both of them. I told my 2 homeboys, "Yo, put your dicks in her at the same time." And they went to do it, and both their dicks touched. And that shit was like the jumper cables.
Hey. I wasn't involved in this.
Dude, are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
One went to put in the butt,
They,
the other went to
no,
put
they
in
both
the...
went for the pussy at the same time. They were both gonna try to stick their
But that's
dicks in her
called
pussy.
DV.
There's DV.
Oh, that actually
Double
happened?
vaginal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
double vaginal.
There's
Where
porn like
both
that.
the dicks are in the pussy.
Whose pussy is that big?
Whose dick is gonna touch another dick?
That's
That's the
what I'm
weird
saying.
part.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
are
a
you doing?
baby can come out of a vagina.
You
Of
over
course,
there,
2
and I'm
dicks
like,
can.
But then you
Yeah.
saying
We
that, but
switch.
it's like with trains, 2 dudes in the same room.
If you
so what the
type in
fuck?
DV into
Nah,
Pornhub,
bro.
you'll see
Getting
that
head,
the 2
I'm
dicks
getting
are in the
yeah.
vagina.
I did want to bring something
What
up
kind
to you
of
guys. You
parking lot-
mentioned
Yo,
rape.
pussy is that?
Real talk.
man.
When it comes to the 2 things at the same time, like if we sharing a dessert, I got a spoon,
On my
you got a
side.
spoon, but we're not gonna take one bite and both eat off the
Not
spoon
happening.
at the
That's
same
true, that's
time.
true,
That
that's
shit
true.
is gay.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Shit, I'm
saying?
getting my
So
shit, get the fuck
exactly,
out.
like
Word
we
of
could
mouth.
share apple fucking pie with
Kind
some
of gay
ice
if
cream.
both of y'all
right now.
spoons in there at the same time.
And then we just
Anyway, yeah,
touch it and we eat it
y'all
off the
fighting
same.
for ice cream.
Fuck
Yo, let
outta
me get
here,
the cherry,
bro.
fam.
Yeah. Think about how polite we are. We be like, yo, that's you? You want the last bite? No, I can have it. You're not gonna at least ask. I'm gonna ask before I insert in the pussy.
Oh,
right?
so much hypermasculinity here.
Now, what you got?
I wanted to
So
bring
much-
this up because Andrew talked about it before.
God.
He talked about women saying, "Wake me up with your dick." So I've been looking into this because on our show, me and Mandy said, and I was really scared to say it, but with someone I know, I've had like a slight rape fantasy, like come in and take it, right?
Whoa. All right, guys.
Hold on. I looked it up.
Jumping the shark.
There's a thing. Hear me out. There's a thing called.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
We
it.
got all the ads. We got
There's a
350,000
thing called
listeners now.
pre-consensual
Okay.
consensual sex,
No,
right?
there's a thing.
Pre-consensual consensual
and,
sex.
and most of us do it all the time when you wake someone up with sex.
We call that alarm cock.
Alarm clock. Well, it's called. So it's pre-consensual consensual sex.
Okay.
So basically, you can ask somebody, like, let's say it's your wife,
Fire today,
right? And
bro.
she's like, you know what? I don't know what day you coming home this weekend from your trip, or whatever day you come home. I want you to take me from the pine in the fucking kitchen, and put your hand over my
Girls say that
mouth.
all the time.
That's hot.
Yeah, it
So
is
that's
hot.
pre-consensual consensual sex. That's a quote unquote rape fantasy. So what you talking about?
Why
like,
is that rape though? I don't
not
understand why.
rape.
Yeah, why
it's
is it
a rape fantasy
Rape is a
because
strong word.
it's getting taken,
Very strong.
like against
Got
your
you.
will.
But it's
so
not.
women that want to get taken,
It's consensual, non-consent. That's
right.
It's consensual. It's not. It's not
Because you told
rape
them
at
that's what
all.
you want to
It's
do.
pre-consent, non-consensual sex. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's virtual reality. what I'm saying? Stop acting like it's not. You're not really flying a plane, yo. It's just take off the goggles and you're not getting raped. Like,
How is it not a thing? What if a girl asked you that you've been, let's say you've been fucking her for a year. It's your girlfriend. And she's like, I want you to come over. Sometimes we come home, open the door, and fuck the shit out of me. I don't want you to know you're coming.
yeah, that's fine. I'll do that, but it's not rape. In any
she
way,
told me
shape, or
that's what she
form.
was-
It's not rape, but
Define rape.
rape is when, I mean, you obviously have sex with someone that didn't ask for it.
Okay, what did you ask for?
Right, so it's pre-consensual, non-consensual
It's
sex.
kind of like knowing that they're throwing a surprise party for you, but it's
Yeah,
still
you
a
gotta act
surprise party.
surprised.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
You're
that shit.
surprised. You know what I mean?
I want.
Shut up, yo. Shut up.
What day it's gonna be?
You take your girl to Paris. She's like, just get in your knee, motherfucker, and ask me to marry you
Yeah.
already. Let's go. What are we waiting time
You don't know what
for?
time the party is. Though.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I need that as a soundbite. What time is the party? Don't
I
tell
don't
me.
look. Here's the thing with
I'm
that
subscribing to y'all podcast. I know that much.
Babe, will you come
I'm
on?
about to
Very
do it right
nasty.
now.
They nasty.
Yeah, come on.
I would love you to come on.
They nasty.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
Alex, I thought Alex was about to
I
jerk off one day.
edging. We were just talking about edging.
What's
the fuck is edging?
So edging is when. Do you want to explain it?
Sure. So
there's a
Alex
whole,
and me are in the
Is
car.
that
Me
when
and
you
Alex are
come
going
on
to
a
the gym like
black girl's
crazy.
hair?
No,
He's in the car. He's like, yo.
Go away, Andrew.
What?
Go
That's edges, right? Ain't that what they call edges?
He said, "Is it when you come on a black girl's hair?"
In the edges? Isn't that what
They
the
be knowing
edges
not to
are?
come on my
How you
shit,
spell
girl. All them
horrible?
white boys.
Whore. Just type in whore.
Oh,
We pop up.
W-H.
WHORE.
And then the I.
She said just type in whore and we pop up. I don't know how this is going to affect y'all in the future.
Listen, it's embarrassing.
You're right.
It's catchy. Oh, so Alex, I get in the car with Alex the other day. He's like, got this look on his face. He could barely talk. He's like, I've had the best head of my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? He's like, every time I was about to come, it's like she would stop. And it's just like, it just kept coming. It just kept coming, but I didn't come. And so like, that's called edging. So what edging is, I used to do it when I masturbate before I was going to see somebody because it brinks like your orgasm to make it really strong. So it's pretty much you coming close and stopping. So every time you're about to come, you pull back, right? It could be like when a dude is fucking and maybe they stop to go eat your
I do
pussy.
that all the time. No, not.
I do that when I'm looking for
This is
toilet
so
paper
funny.
to clean up the cup.
I typed in whore,
Yeah.
and y'all didn't come up, but Guys We Fuck came up, Star Whores came up, How to Whore Yourself, and then the Casey Crew. Envy podcast.
Isn't it,
I don't
Envy's
know why.
podcast?
Look, Guys We Fuck, Star Whores, How to Whore Yourself, the Casey Crew. I'm like, what the
They must have a title with
Envy
horror.
got some explaining.
Type in
okay,
horror
okay,
with an
yeah.
I after it.
Type in whore with an I?
Yeah,
All right.
horrible.
Oh, here you go.
yeah.
Oh, horrible decisions.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm subscribing.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Can you come on with your wife? We won't do cameras, please.
I'm not doing the wife.
Let's just bring her on. Let her be anonymous. We'll do the voice change and everything.
Maybe one day.
Look, right. That's the
You know what? After this, you should tell your wife what you did today and bring up the threesome thing.
I don't want to say yeah because I don't want to give you pre-consent, consent.
I want the sex story after. Come on, tell your wife about the shit we
Yo,
talked
I'm
about.
not
See
gonna
which one
lie.
she likes out of it.
I think you ruined that dominatrix shit for me.
Why? Why is that?
You look disappointed. What
You
happened?
do.
Yeah, you did. You kind of spoiled.
I'm
it,
not
too.
into it
He's
if
too
if you're the
serious.
one in control. The whole
Aw,
point is I'm
shit.
in control, but you're like it only happens when I want to. I don't. Da, da, da. Like the fun
that's
part
life.
It ruins
is
your
grabbing
fantasy.
a girl's hair,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and putting it on your dick and then fucking her mouth, and it's like, whoa, this is some wild shit that she's just so horny, she's so turned on by, she wants to do it. But if I'm thinking that you're going the whole time, yes, I would like you to grab my hair and fuck my mouth. You're my bitch and you're doing whatever I want. It's like I'm not doing that shit. I can't be into it if you're into it.
What?
No, I
So
yeah.
you want
That's
to rape?
awful.
Say what?
So you want to rape?
I want a polite no.
They
What was
ruined
that
your
shit?
fantasy.
A baby
A
no.
sexy no? What is it?
Sexy no.
I forgot what it was. Something polite.
If you're sexy
You know,
and
we
you
have
know
had
it, clap
actually-
your hands.
Listen, no, I get what
We've
he's
had-
saying.
we've
You
had
ruined the
one.
fantasy.
We've had women dominatrixes on. Actually, her name is Lisa Spliffson, like a feminist dominatrix chick, and she said most dudes find her on Twitter, but when they do, she's like, I ask them maybe the first time, like, what can I not do to you? But whether it's piss on them, smoke a cigarette, ash it in their mouth, like complete dominatrix shit, she does ask them what they don't want, and like they tell her no, and then even if you act it out a month later or weeks later, like, yeah, still they're always in control. What girl have you fucked that didn't
That's what I'm saying.
want it?
It's
You know what I'm
always
saying?
in
Like,
control,
Look,
bro.
ultimately, a girl's always in control, right?
Yeah.
But the illusion of sex, the reason why, like, Charlamagne and myself and a bunch of other guys are drawn to the pornography where the guy convinces the girl
Yeah, I like
is
that. I like the
because
storyline.
that feeds
Yeah.
our ego, right? It's like, yo, we were so charming.
Right,
The
Right.
whole part of seduction is I'm so charming, I'm going to convince you to do some shit that
you
you
don't usually
shouldn't
do
be
it.
doing.
That's why I like
if
to fuck
y'all
straight
out there
girls.
just
Yeah.
giving pussy out like crazy, then it's no fun for me. Like,
Girls
that's why I
with
can't fuck
glasses.
hookers.
I like
I
girls
don't
with
like
glasses.
fucking hookers. I don't like fucking anything I pay
Innocent.
for. Yeah, it's like you kind of want to work for it.
right.
You know what I mean? It's
So
just
what porn
it
are you
is.
watching?
I watched the casting one, where they don't know that they're.
Casting
I
couch.
love that shit.
Yeah, because I like her
Casting
not
couch.
knowing she's gonna
What
be
you
in the
do
porn.
before
Yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah,
Insurance.
Yeah.
Not even. I like it when he's like, "Do you want to make $5,000 a day?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "But you're not gonna make it now." And she's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Yeah, we just got to make a video, and I'm gonna send it to producers." And she's like, "All right." And then she
It's something to what Andrew's saying because I like the educated woman who you wouldn't think was doing
The
any of this
librarian.
type of
Oh,
shit.
man.
I like religious women. You know what I'm
The
saying?
property manager is good.
The
You're
property.
so horny.
Yeah, she
Fuck
come
you in
for
the
the
empty
rent.
house?
Yeah, come
No,
in
no,
for
no.
the rent.
I know what
I'm
you're
so
talking about, yeah.
I'm so hot that I'm making you go against your religion.
You're everything.
That is pretty hot.
We want our ego fed, right?
Girls
Like
do
men
that all
cheat
the
for
time.
ego, men also have sex for
You're
ego.
lying,
That's
though.
part
I've
of
always
it.
wanted to fuck a girl that doesn't believe in like homosexuality. Like that would be my.
For girls.
So
I
then you
might quit
get
the
it
podcast
too.
after that.
Wax made a girl gay, and this girl.
Chill out,
listen,
see?
This girl's losing her
Wait,
mind
you
right
made
now.
a
No,
girl
seriously.
gay?
Stop
You made a
it.
girl
She
gay,
all the way
man.
like eating
I
pussy
didn't.
without you there.
No,
Why?
she actually.
How did he make her gay?
That's the biggest
She never was
compliment.
in the pussy.
Now
like
what
that.
would Jesus
She never was
say?
eating pussy.
Take that hat off.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, sometimes I sit there and make things happen. I'm a sinner, and I pray all the time. It's okay.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's a huge
Can't
compliment.
pray the gay way.
I pray.
That's a huge
Yeah,
compliment.
he told me he was reading the Bible. I said there must be two.
This is a
It's a
religious
dick
man.
between his prayer hands on his
Stop,
head.
man. What's wrong with you? Lord, he know not what he's saying.
You know what? You know what the prayer hands are? That's the foot fucking shape.
That is, bro. That is.
What is wrong with y'all?
There you go.
All right, hey, Lord, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't got nothing
Let me
to
tell
do
you,
with
that shit really works
I
out your
didn't say it.
abs.
What,
fucking?
the foot fucking?
Oh my
But
god.
wait, do you put like lube there?
Look.
You can
So
spit
like
there.
if you're giving a blowjob, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to.
Take your
you know.
heels off. Take your heels off so
Take
we
my
can see
heels
it.
off.
Just
Go
take
ahead,
your heels
don't-
off so we can
don't
see
I wanna
it.
see
So
it.
we
Don't
can
be
see
scared.
it.
Y'all getting real. I
Oh,
told you
man.
that shit scares me when people want to fuck my feet.
I'm telling you, I'm not into fucking feet. I'm just
Fine.
learning about it.
All right.
I just want to see your toes.
He got a
So
dick
you-
between
Oh,
his
that's a
prayer
good
hands.
color.
It's
You
so
got a good
crazy.
color.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not red.
welcome.
So you
You got
take
some
it.
nice feet.
All right, go,
You
go,
got
go.
some nice legs. You got nice everything.
Yo, come on, she about to mind me. You out here complimenting the legs. Like,
You know, let me put my shoes back.
hypothetically
I
speaking.
know.
Hypothetically speaking, go.
Hypothetically,
You're not coming
Okay,
on very
go.
innocent.
It's already
right
wet because it's like after a blowjob, right? So you like take your feet.
Wow.
You gotta keep it there. You want to
Wow.
take the dick right
Good
off.
job, Andrew. Good job.
Wow.
How did we get here?
Don't
Because
worry
we were
about
talking
it.
about the dick in between Wax's prayer
Chill
hands.
out, man.
Those are Catholic prayer hands, and the reason you can't see the dick is it's a little
Lord, I
boy's
got
penis.
nothing. Lord, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Prayer hand. All right.
Nothing to do with this.
Let's take a little quick break. Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. All you need is a computer with internet connection or the Talkspace mobile app. That means you can improve your mental health even if you've had trouble making time for it in the past.
That's right, man. You can't imagine fitting anything else into your life. Well, with Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a message. Get something off your chest whenever you need. Talk about everyday challenges at work or at home. Just chat about your life. There are no extra commutes, no leaving the office, no judgments. Matter of fact, call them on your ride. Call them on your Uber might be a little uncomfortable depending how you feel, but call them while you're driving to work. You know, call them whenever you want. That's what you could do. Now, remember, therapy isn't just about venting your innermost thoughts or digging into your childhood memories. It's also about practical, everyday strategies for stress management and living a happier life, all right? Having a therapist simply provides you a designated person for you to talk to who is trained to listen and help you make positive changes without judgment.
Yes, the Talkspace platform has over 2,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing life challenges we all face. To match with a perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/idiots and use the code idiots to get $45 off your first month and show your support for this show. That's idiots and Talkspace.com/idiots. Okay, now let's get back to this foot fucking. Give me y'all Twitters and everything.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow us on our Instagram page, it's at @horrible_decisions, and you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Full Court Pumps.
The one who just foot fucked. Mine is Wheezy WTF. Oh, if you're in the Atlanta area, we're going to be having a live show.
Live show May 19th at the Plaza Theater. Please come and see
Alex
us in
will be
Atlanta.
there, so if y'all ladies like his voice, come get him.
It's Atlanta, so it's gonna be a lot of organic.
Yeah, a
pegging.
lot of guys go like Alex.
shit.
A lot of guys go like Alex. Get him.
You've already been getting dick pics. It's just we just halfway
Oh, Alex gets all the dick pics.
All right, Alex. Don't let him do you like Wax did that girl. He done turned gay now.
All right. Listen,
I'll keep you
she
safe.
like it, man. She can't turn nobody gay.
I'll be your beard.
Can't turn nobody gay.
And subscribe to the Horrible Decisions podcast.
Yes, please subscribe to us everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Is this another? Did we just do a free promo for a new loudspeaker podcast that we don't know about?
Wait,
I don't know. Chris has been like,
I know.
we record in Engine
so
Room. So.
I don't know.
See that motherfucking
6:30
Chris
at
got us
Engine Room.
again.
I think this is Alex that
You think it
pulled
was
this
Alex'
off.
idea?
Yeah, this Alex that pulled it off.
Alex trying to fuck.
I like it.
Alex trying to fuck.
Is that why you be doing squats with me every week?
I see why. Oh, y'all go to the gym together and everything. Good job, bro. Well, I made it for you. But,
And you always give me a ride home, too.
Listen, I'll be trying to smash too, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie, I be trying.
You want to know something funny?
That's back in the
Andrew,
day.
do you remember like a year ago when I
She
slid
slid
in
in
your
your
DMs?
DMs too.
She
wanted
when
to fuck
I was
Andrew.
listening to your show like 2 years ago, and he popped up on my feed, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is so funny. I slid in his DMs.
And then we went to his show, and she was like, and he's tall? Girl, look at him in them
No,
black
I
skinny
didn't.
jeans.
Then-
Look at him in them black skinny jeans.
Then he started
What
talking
can
a
I
little too
say,
much
yo?
shit around the Trump era, and I was getting dried up. You know what I'm saying? But you redeem yourself and use at the sis. I got
Bullshit! You were handing me the pussy and I
By the
said
way,
no.
by the way,
You were handing me that shit.
around that time, that
Yo,
was Schultz
stop
was
that,
fucking all the
nah.
conservative cunts.
Yeah.
All right? You got away from the progressive.
This is Black Lives
Exactly. I
Matter.
was
pussy,
using all
alright?
the condoms. So you don't believe in abortion? What? I'm sorry. What? No, but then we were cool.
man.
I always thought you were cool, but I don't know. I wasn't trying to fuck.
Oh, listen, man.
it?
Friends can fuck each other.
And then she came to one of my shows with what's his face?
Here we go.
That was what I was talking
That's the
about.
ex.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
ex.
your ex? That was your ex. This
fucking
motherfucker was handsome, yo.
I know who you talking about. I know him because he was on like a commercial or
I
something.
don't know, but
Look,
he's a
he's
handsome
like,
dude.
nobody
He's
cares.
nice. What happened?
It's like they're never here. So like it's very hard to have a relationship, And then we tried the non-monogamy. It was really fun. Like he would FaceTime me if he was with another girl, and like we would really enjoy that.
Yeah, she let him go on dates with
But
other girls.
once they came back,
for
it
that.
got harder. It was almost like the fun was long distance. We used the We Vibe. Y'all heard of that?
It's the Wii Vibe.
So We
Some
Vibe is a
Nintendo shit?
Yeah,
vibrator
tell me
that
about it.
it's like Bluetooth. You should get one for your wife when you like vacation. So it's Bluetooth. It connects to her phone, and whenever you want to like go on there, you pretty much buzz her, and it'll vibrate inside of her. It looks like this. So you press it.
So you control the
You
vibration.
control the
control- yeah.
vibrations.
Hold on, so some shit she got to put in her pussy?
Yeah.
So it's like shaped like a U. It could go in your pussy or your ass. Or
Oh, I thought you put the phone in your pussy.
Oh.
I don't know how sanitary that is, but you could put it in your pussy and on your clit. You could also use it during sex, but you use it and you control what she feels.
Where you buy that shit at?
Anywhere. Matter of fact, We Vibe, get us some
Amazon,
motherfucking
bro.
sponsorship. Shit.
Yeah, you should have.
It's like
sponsorship
$200,
from all this
but
I
stuff.
it's
learned
dope.
some new shit today, man.
That's dope.
I want to thank the ladies from the Horrible Decision podcast
Thank
for
you.
being on the Brilliant Idiots.
Thank you for having
Make
us.
sure you go follow them, subscribe to their podcast. And as always, if you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
I love when you say that.
Let me go back to his office and act like I wasn't foot fucking.